Ya baby ya. Ya baby oh, ya baby ya. What did it say? How are you all doing? Very strong, and you. Nana for me who ye pa. Nana who ye. Osu bema. Otindeng. Right, menim kakra. Very good. Idenyamias. Mami fa me phone into silent now. Morning, everyone. Kofi eti say. Oh yeah. Orokodo. Ene so ya ba ye besua ade. Ai. I had a classroom. Oba no why your pen no paper ready. At the end of the day, no benya bibie free hako. Benya bibie free hako. Black beauty. It is saying. Guys, mon tape na mon share. Afe na yaba. Afe na ye de be hihye so. De be hihye so ye be ni de. If I'm a lip gloss and for no kakre. Mende. Morning. Bravo, if you want to say, what the hell? What the brave fire kakre, fire and sunny assassin. Bravo, fi. Hey, Doctor Abba. Doctor Abba. I yenya shasi nipa ba so kakra mefre. Why? Okay. Doc, welcome. Otende. Lady Prempe, morning. Morning, Doc. Yaba classroom. Ye de be hihye so. Ready jame. Ye de be hihye so papa de ko. And e be poultry farm. Ye de be hihye so den. Na eko. Poultry farm. Angela, morning. What is saying? Ansu, morning. Organic, nyabutire mefa wati mpese ye kakra. Nipa baswa. Na more people anya information why. Rashi. Ekwia morning, let's say. Ekwia ade the 2 days na wo. Brakofi.
Good morning.
Morning, let's say.
Me ho ye boko now so.
Boko. And ye de fa poultry farming.
Now poultry farming there so ntimi nkonja Mr. Francis o.
No last time ye farming wo be or the be farm anti. Or the be farm but oba suggestion.
Okay. And then I think that on also ye main spoke of the day, main speaker of the day because of ne skills ne nim dia all that field no.
Ono obey snail farming. That be important timetable no way. Daddy be snail farming.
That is snail farming no. Oh yes, snail now 1 liter. $20,000.
Aye.
1 liter and souvenir free and 400 more and 4,000.
Also, or the video ni bread won.
Media minute the home command kasa.
A link bi no the bread minti. I was saying now obechire mu wa hay say was it Thursday.
Yeah, media watch money na breaking it down, man.
Sir.
And within 1 year to 2 years, you know, now or my master tia bana. What start a papa now we slime ni few momo. Some Sika wo mai mo.
Sika wo
na mi busada di say first pa na omunya mbo shiwura ne ade nsɛ emfa galam se nsɛ ya wurai na etimi kɔ kwama akɔhwehwɛ mwanya bebre o senke no ansɛ we dia me kɔ da ngura na me hwehwɛ nwa nya 4,000 bia me dia beji 20,000 euro na we meti abrochire pe ebre aba
Kofi enti wunim se me sign the daddy share poultry a obe bread do.
Yeah.
Meet me man enye ni nyina sa obe bread.
Okay.
I say everyone in Ghana now is going into poultry. Ayo. Enya sem ketwa poultry no.
Enti obi kɔ poultry mo no now so woodie bro. Now woodie bro. Now they turn ma that is how we ma agribusiness na gina. Enye so obi e poultry now so akɔji bia na obo na akɔfa akɔkɔ. O mewu amo aboka.
But poultry no guy na aka me kra oni me edi nkomo se I was say wow we no kra wonya a little bit knowledge about it.
Yes, Mr. Francis. Yeah, Mr. Francis.
Yes.
Mr. Francis ready 3 days or techima or call an uncle 360. Just because to send the workers no so or mom on fair drone more montemo so I'm for so the SS ne gumo say a broso 350. Our multimi tun kosuamania profit of 6 million every day. Or call no munyina.
Omunyina so
say one ye now te dasi abre now come out crash so our smash.
But sir 20,000 na. That you can say one you know, and also too huge for me to believe it.
Oh, too huge. 1 liter to say anwa liter 1 liter yellow no.
Yellow gallon kesieno.
Yeah, sa slime no more the plastic surgery ne the paper mark ni ade ade nti ne board ne.
Yes, no aso kra no mo de makeup.
Na mo makeup no ne board.
Ne board nya din.
I'm the yes surgery take it for no reason more. Yeah.
Mo pa nti me ye na me senior Thursday oba ma Sunday. Sa question na won na aja. What because me too much money. Me say enye
too much that bronia more believe size so yeah about 5 years and say na what me who says guarantee na he will say too much. Too much.
Eso sikano so ma medodo.
Too much. Boys need the scale dia grow chrome hapa. Oh your bugger now be draw a child 3 days one way I'll be tick. Boys need the scale dia grow Ghana pa.
I be like morning, Saposh, morning.
And any 3 days na me tenase. Man tenase crowd. Me tenase na we aba consultation. I'm into this business. Wait. Kwabe now bet me afa so aboa me ama my business na professional. And some are even holding 5, 6, 10 billion.
Billion.
Yes, our more running or more.
1 billion is 10.
May come it to small boys.
Good morning, John. Let's say. Hey, Ghana best.
One guy cried my manager, he's a surveyor and what to turn say and he wanted me to name me bedin komo dear and assassin kwa what me out to turn dear no kwanye like boys ne bebre omo madwene mu da ho ne de omani abre
Morning, King.
omo madwene omo say agi some kopeska on my bet ne typical iPhone omo na omo hu ne say Ghana nyem my bet for boys
Omuntina hwe. Ye bedi.
omo na ya kwajo
Ghana best, eti say. What's I'm muting no ho.
na
Aya semo.
one de e be fa poultry ni momra ne nsua bie say nipa 46 na ba
Oba na me pesenka emu ye yi kakra ba so de ma me frɛ no no mbra. O
okay
shasi a. Mr. John, Mr. Oba enye brofo wa ha. Ye ha ye nka brofo. Saposh morning.
Enkwafo ni nyina mo amu abroche na mo nkwaso mo nyina mo mra wai nkwa ni nyina mo mra minu ya
Good
ne mo
morning.
ya
Good
hwe
morning, Doctor.
nkwa mo mra
Doctor, good morning.
Doctor, I'll meet you.
Good morning, boss. I'm Patrick Bakwadi.
Bibiaboko.
Aye. Say this week yeah farming no. And she say yes yeah poultry a chinchinchi akoye poultry. And I yeah rubber plantation a chinchinchi akoye rubber plantation. Enti wutie ni nyina de be boa no na wo a wo choose. Ye
change sticker no from poultry I change it I back to poultry farm
my no poultry farming. Aye.
okay
Mr. John, Mr. Ahayen Cabrofo Hawaii.
Yes.
Well, say oh yeah life how
I
come
feel you.
I had yen Cabrofo. I had a traditional platform.
ahaya kama
I
ahaya Ghana
had a tree
I
one.
Ghana. Okay.
I said yeah
I feel you.
Nina ye betia say. Na
ya ne
class
abrofo
captain
ni
when
twaka bia
class captain when. Oh Taposh.
Yes.
Fire can be a Niger
Oh, any gem Endra may harvest 5 tons now. I'm a tony.
Oh, any GSM.
Any gisem.
Hey, no, so papa.
Me then me to me mom answer.
Now if I say me posty be cry.
Oh, okay.
So papa.
Yeah.
More money. Yeah.
Doctor language, more money.
That's a language. Hey, more money kwa.
Oh yeah.
Mommy share Adima class captain. I don't know what you say.
Oh.
cleaning be about 2 hours Mr. Du
O mami mon announcement ne ba ko na yen hyase. Misre mo a. Ye be hyase sisi a munya abotre. Aya announcement serious one. Mumi enti announcement ni we. O si o announcement o dey brilliant. Muma yenti why?
Class captain
Pacha omote.
Edika Michio Lafi Minkai mu bia nti
Comment section moti amoka ye.
nkai bo na me de mamon obi a wo ba ya queen platform su bia nti asem we no challenge so yesra mo pa ni o ma ba ko mi bi koso a ya hwe ni yensi ano immediately ya da chi bi no be se na koye bibie wo edin ya de sese emuhia pa nti mi kan we na ye de abo platform no ho bla abo platform no ho ba yi se de be ya ne funsu bi ama de mama me kasa ya tintin ya le se nkofu bi no ma start DM nkofu a nkomo mu di no entwaye mesra mo wa befa echire eni obi akodi nkomo se onye bibi mawo webe hia wo platform ya queen platform so class captain wo ho asumasi wo ho enti ye din komoni na mama ji ye ti enti wo ko invest wo ma ko yisika pudu bi ana wo di bibia mo bi a esom wani nda ho because ni o ma mi ankasa mi ka se kwa ni o ma ba ko mi bi akoso wo mi di emu a mi nfa ntuga enti na me bo asem ni na atofa na ma bokoko se ye chiro bi akwanya ye faso pesika na se mi ye chiro bi akwanya ye faso efishe enti ye chiro akwanya ye faso yi nam na then wangasa ube yi unam obi ameje usika nkwaye wade e mawo yesra mu pa wentie yi nkai boya mi boyie nese ube kase ube shia nipa no we ya queen platform so no yes say nese uko ma uko dimu ho a mo bia nji phone mfemini ala ya
wala jejeje
yes unya no wote mo bia nji phone mfe class captain say class captain na mo sise enti ma invest wa ha ma imedisika ma nipa so bese yenju bia wadanse mo bia so bia nko first cam mo bi because ni o ma ekosu sisi and the class captain man to me na yenzi for man o tira na me picture na social media o tira na ya queen so picture na social media edini hu hia ya pa ye chie ye bia ni pa adwin say sika kwan ye sei nimdie kwan ye sei ampo me kwan ye sei fiade na wa fa fiade wa practice because the way I'm go for starting take opportunity I was idea we my new class captain my new meduma na manfa nyoma nguna process sisia mini aba no mbeku na ni mase me bi abeso class captain me so Misayo na me de kokobo ba no because and be tete kakra be mo fa jame because nipa ba ko me lu ya from wo back door any me mo say ye share nipa so esi wo uni aba the platform so say ni say enti enchi ni obi a wada say ma nipa no platform is sisi amra wo so ne say wo ba wutimi ye wo advert but say wo ba fa ye chi sometimes the best way to protect na would music what could you be a do be a question inside a bar men for grass men for ya queen and yes I wouldn't know what
you know what it asem na ya kan yesrem ye ba ye besua de o fa pen no paper watchro de beboa no wafa emfa ye chi ana emfa obi achi nkoje obi sika na o china bi no di say ye mu bese mi di sese misrem mi hi obi esika adesua na ye besua wa ha medamo ase enti mi jai platform na ma Mr. John na washa ase no de ya hihye so poultry farm no me san kai ubi o Mr. John Mr. aha de di twi e na ye adwuma wa ha ai enti no o te brofo pa o man hwe ya brofo de bewe wa ha no disi edwane enti meda wase sha ase maye why oh ni line na freeze o Mr. John
Yo, etiefo, ena etiefo ne ahwefo. Me pacho me chia mu nyina. Yeda mo ase nso se mama ya kwenya ne se ye kyerɛkyerɛ ya adwen ena ye nimdi ayewo. Ayede boa enkofo se ombetimi atumpon ewo edwuma a omoye. Ye mu binum edwuma we ni ye hu ne se ye ntimi enkoso ase ye edwuma ma nkofo a ye ntimi increase ya nkasa ye de a ye betimi aye. Na me from mekasen hyase na me wie university. Ana me hu se sika ye betua me no. Me hwa se obra no se dia ekonomi ena sika ehia se odi bebo bra ekonomi nti. Me hu ne se ewose me ankasa metimi ye nya metimi aye biara e dey create me ankasa me job. Nti me university na university na no me de ma adwen toto ho se ewose me dwen ho ntem awofo kra en support na so wo se me de ma adwen tutu hu ntem se metutu ne meye efifie ntem akọ out there to go and risk nti yetu ye hu gba bonten but with make I say guidance say ebeboa say at least ebetimi atutu ne meye nti from 2009 any ye share this entrepreneurial journey ase and I started venture kakra ye ne ebetimi aye bia se besua nimdie na ehia we adwuma no ho until say same baby aya bedui ye poultry ewo ye anamuntio mu anansi ye nantie mu wo adesua mu no me ankasa me background accounting and finance and na me sua wo university.
Okay.
But me university me hwe ma wofo me papa nso accountant ono nso US ho na me hwe anamuntio mu na the lifestyle. I'm sure man creating me job. I'm not thinking say the future no bear that bright. So Mr. Say me risky. On akasankra one support it, but me who say me risky to a certain point. Na me nyan Indiana because Indiana ne here. Na me de share say me ye mre nsa. Ye de fa so be ye mpreko. Sana. Yes. Ye mpreko right from 2000. Yes, yeah, Preko from 2009 to 2017. And from 2017 till date, no. Yede akokwa hihye so abedu baby ayedui. Ayetimi kire nkonfo ema omutimi hu mpuntuo ewo efu adwuma omoyem. Ayem kokko nyenyi. Ade ba kwa meka afa akokko hu ne se akokko ye aboa bi a universally no obi ari bi. Nkosua nso ye ade a ohwa a ewa aduane afemu no even in me decision making na ana decision na me take here say me fa aduane afa ne say ohwa household income waketua obenya no beye efa odi to aduane enti ebeba ntaade mpaboa ena nyema na akaka nyina no sika na woji nyina no se bosom ne bekọ iwiye no we yusu fa e dia to aduane. Etimi hu se oye bibia na se u target eduane na fa ba ku bia obetimi aye ni yie no obetimi enye sika enti ye de ye ho to ho se e wose yesua nimdie no na ehia e wo dwuma bia mu ana se wanam ntuo bia opesu utuo wiase we mu no nimdie a e wo sa particular field mu no e ho na e wo se usua na se wo hu a bibia ni wa wontimi nye because when India no or when baby abe fine no hu bia no ubetimi aye enti ye finance no na din kakra se betimi ahya ase because ye hya ase nso ye tin bebre ena platform ye bi aba na yetimi di sua de no those days na ye din osi obi nkyere wade mpo na ye din se obetimi akyerew na se unko kan impu a obeti ase no because background here finance nti o share accounting and finance any poultry na that in the same field nti me tu fi yeah me tu fi no me hu say risk am me ba be take wa brabom no e be very tough risk na sa risk no so no minim say e be rewarding because na maka che me hu say certificate no a paper pen e dia ma it doesn't define your future. Certificate okra no doesn't define your future. Wo wa nipa na nkasa na be define future or person wo. It me hu sa me to me hu go say no ade we mesua and I'm ready to go by it. And ye dey share so with nkoko na ye nyen. Yeah, startup numbers near started be 1,002 but before I make akoko ho asem no me started with 1,002.
Munye bi dano now starting with 1,002.
Yes, because na unim na me dream say me nim die na me wo fi university e wo finance background no akoko no na me hwe akoko say bibia ye fo ye bibia obia betimi aye ena ye de sa adwin na ewo emfie kokko nyen mu o ye wo ye kura ase no won say ye nyen kokko Enti oba be commercial nkukọ no nso a adwene na ekire o say oh say we dey ya akụkọ. Saa na mankofo bebree nso afeli in this industry because when adwene mu no oh akụkọ be then we di be 4,000 please ewa adwenkyerɛ mu no ewa adwenkyerɛ mu no yɛhwɛ a akụkọ be then we di be 4,000 Ghana cedis in a day. It's never possible. Enti yɛhwɛ na adenum sika ewura adenum oya na ekɔ n'enim oya na ekɔ na sika ewurem ɛna menka bibi nkyerɛ about akụkọ business. Akụkọ business, all the aspects of the business egi sika fi wo nkyɛn. The only aspect how this hu sika enim eye nkosua no. Anase sɛ oyɛ broiler ɛyɛ akụkọ nankasa ne ton na odi benya nam no. Apart from that, bibi amfa sika amfa mbrɛw. Enti nkofo bebree na sɛ wanya nkosua no dodoɔ no anton na untimi maintain farm no. Untimi ntua workers, untimi nto feed, untimi ntua electricity. Ene na ama nkofo bebree na yɛmfa nso okura nkokɔ wa ugine ekire a wo hwɛ farm no. Wa de na ekire sɛ oh wanya hu nkosua na eni mpɛ then the business is profitable. But ebia na onya nkosua no dodoɔ a obetime de aton etinye nya eduane sika na efim akonya workers de etia etinya maintain sa farm so obeto eduro mpo no ontime nton no sa difficult ni na nkofo bebree abewrim. Enti wo hwɛ akụkọ edwuma na nimdeɛ ehia pa ewo edwuma we mu the very first thing yɛmfa sika mfa build the business way. Sika no secondary issue. Ubetimi di obi sika mpo de aye business no. Enti se unni nimdeɛ na aye se wakɔtɔ car mo no. De bia me car me platform so se okɔtɔ car mo no. Na o de car mo no de ama o ba se hon fensua driving dey ne besi. O crash sa car na no ano that is the end of the car. Enti obia entua emfa ade a ɛyɛ mo no.
Hey. Wamu na frefre Mr. John yi.
Bra Kwame na efre.
Oh, Bra Kwame. Ade. Onra was all report wa hakra ade no frefre.
Friend na ka share ne say my name frefre me na. All frefre me o twitwa conversation no so. Nimdeɛ ne hia pa. Enti usua nimdeɛ na ubetimi di obi sika de aye business no. But ne ye ne sɛ yehu ne sɛ ye funi nti no obi ape obi ankwanche obi na ɔde aye business no. Eni ntia na won sɛ bebree na collapse. Ena two no ohwɛ farming na farming you don't define farm by just having the expertise to be able to run your beds. Sɛ nimdeɛ na ye wo won kokɔ no ho kwa ena ye de run farm no. The definition of farming and poultry farming business no. Osha, it goes beyond your farm. Me facho mo ti ase e. Me say me network ni twitwa. Because in kofo more frefre ye no.
Jina ye.
Well, the definition. Okay. So the definition of poultry farming. Farming nankasa ye nie ubeye wefu no so. But poultry farming goes beyond your farm. Extra efuo no. Into the four corners of your farm now what she say nimdeɛ no nkwa na mehia e de aye farm no extra eho. Na bebre na ehwehwe nimdeɛ no keka menya e de ahwe ho ane pe ene na ehia metumi hwe mo ana eno ano no. Say yes nkosua ebu wo market. O hwa saa nipa na o manage o farm no. E wo say onya nimdeɛ about market. I will say onya nimdeɛ about ingredients. I will say onya nimdeɛ about enro ayeton. Even pricing of the eggs mpo ohia sa nimdeɛ no. Na we dey have konkosua na ma.
Amsiafo mintwawa no o ka say ye obi wo kwesi amutimi bisa na ye ko. Ai. Pacho kasama me.
Okay. So, we say bebre na nimdeɛ no okope farmer. aya training na onu onim farm practices se me hwe mmoa ne keke ama ebia mmoa no omo apom ayeye se bankosu aton na se na ne ho akere no tu e wo se wusua market no won say Ghana na nkasa na ye different regions and regions bia ne ade a omo ye specialized in producing Osha market ni bi o yemfa ne say me Shine Hills market e be mi nyina no e bia be 10,000 people are here sa 10,000 na was me take sa 10,000 into consideration say me plan me farm the fact say yes poultry farming na profitable doesn't mean say unya wo sika na no wa bebie be 10,000 capacity farm say market need me anton kosua na and don't forget say nkosua was shelf life ebedum pempenso bi no ebetimi apro
nkosua no wo ho
enti bebre na
yeah why yes you want na frefre ni
enkofo what enkofo no live section na no ma start a friend
okay phone it to silent battle silent
let me see something
phone it to silent yeah bro one
a minute
TikTokia it say
Yanko fanda romo no so e
boko we dey na dey say yenya o ha dey munyina mommoa na yefa poultry ade ni hihye so ye ni bra bre no wo dey at silent
mu na kasa na si wonom no ate pe mu na kasa na wo chirichiri mu no o so no na nimi na chi obi ani ho
ye
monya no ye monya na ye wano no
mate
I'm telling you so there were class be a menen me like me joining the class be ye nyam me be by the end of this month and I'm telling you say you call the first week you know na me just free honum no me say me bra we na monya no honum no monya ne na wa hia monya ni bia mu nti no costume bia mu bia no
me na make us obi anya ni questions ready
yes
eja dan kwa ba
Mami, mas
yo bacho yo boss pe mu na kasa na si ha no ne ye ni bra bre no amafo ringi ni sa no
frefre be sa no omo ya na me phone hu me da oh sorry no an say yetimi nya call san ekosi be even 12 midnight because sometimes won't say farm we no we abet say bibia won nim hu nim dia waje dia hye wo kon ebe miaw bebre na ehu ade ne se eya agro bi keke nanso to me no me ka se sika bi anya sika kese ma poultry business
obisi you need two phones
more phone back or Samsung back or but in fact this and look at sometimes I was say we do phone now they to silence at least now have you peace
Martin yes. Sorry to our mommy
okay ain't he say obi say because you say x oton a obenye sika nti no akoton kokododo okoto sa nkokododo na unsteady market na operate one say Ghana say no say who produce you Eastern region na say meme wo Greater Accra produce here at least you will range of prices be a ton kosua and yet mean go beyond sa price no so imagine say wo Eastern region there will be a range very smelly margin na better you two no yentem enti ya fan say ye ton kosua ni 50 Ghana who produce you Eastern region 50 Ghana me produce you Accra 50 Ghana. Now, all dreams about the far Accra market, not knowing there's even distribution of farmers across the country. And by the time I won't castle baby take it into main market, no, Obeban Minko Shani 50. What the transport cow there no one bed there ton Accra. And don't forget saying Kosiano was shelf life. Say a war a maybe a bit media pro within 1 month heat action. Yes. Na nkofo bebree no, especially for market women, oja kosiana to ewiem. Storekeeper oja to abonten ho. Ne store mu aye hyehyeehye. Na kosiana no ane ho. Wo be di akoton no na apro. We lusu. Enti nkosua bu sesɛn. One of the things that determine the success of poultry farmers. Say we need market no. Two, we need dodo a we produce because as a businessman no, it's better say over deficit than say over surplus. It's better say ebe hia nkofo omo be hwehwe product no than say odi usika. Yes,
Mr. Praise.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Praise, Pacho, me a quick question. Pacho, my question is is there a way you can do a market research or market survey in the area now? Me find say be over land now. What person would they a poultry farm? Like, is there like any systematic way be like you can like do the market survey and say okay, this area and I'm assassinating why this is the demand. Man, is there something available that you can use? Any resources you can use?
Okay. So no no usually say farms na sana. Yeah, utime ko.
Abonsanfo we are see papa yi be church ade e say omo frefre ni
And no so on my live section no.
So why are they calling? Mr. O live one na me bra no. Oyen church kakra. Ye di Nyankopon di pamocho. Hwe na mo amfre no. Because of friend the same phone na wo frɛ si no. Ebe interrupt live na at the trainer or train. Mr. Mo we live na mo betimi afrɛ nti esra mo a why. Munya botɔ na wonye nkyehwɛ na ye nyina ye nsua de na ye nuanom nso a omunya nwura family no mpɛ so mo wura mu no. Omo nso nya nimdie bi. Asana mo be from mo ma from nti misra mo we live na naka mo afre no wa nya misra mo nyina.
Organic we dey mam just a minute.
Okay.
Over your platform yi so a media wem say winning me that our platform ne so. Me a class captain wa ha. Enti me farmer say me ntwem preko.
and the class captain Osababo and the why you
Class captain on network ni on your friend that say 2% to say 8%. What you
me patch out 7%. Venture me. The American yina say said ye de bia ye no munti ne ye wa ha ye de obi asese ebri ni du a obi aba na ye nyina ye bepenim de yes say platform we de ye wo so ne say ebi ni say yakofa organic be manum nyamfo a ni tirim abob bewu a obe cheche ye mba nioma ba ku mienu miense bi ma ya ye nim yafa yes say after say onu ni teaching na chi nu ye wo falasifo obi wo ye mu a ombetimi afọ mu organic din ombetimi afa queen din ombetimi afa ye wo platform isu bia din ade akodi sabe ani amransam saade no na class captain pese bekoso enti sa wo ba ha se wo besua de a fa hiansa ni nimdie no fa wom ye ntufu se fa kire fa usika komo obi wo bla wunya wo research into details Sadia neba organic nim hubi, queen nim hubi, mia pia mi nim hubi, Mr. Posh nim hubi, doctor nim hubi, obia wasu bia nim hubi, and dear one ube face you consequence. Organic medase my announcement to us my
If I tell you. Inti doc, the thing is ubetime use traditional means of just collecting data in the community in which you find yourself. To be able to ascertain. Inti farms are a ben and now within the district. Nebisa or more capacities. You can use a very intelligent way. For workers now, nebisa dotwa or more yet. But when say a ban say who producing so usually me principle na say start small. Ejuma bia no ye share ase kakra, no we grow with the market. Enti who grow nyina no you may not even have data. But o share ase a we share ase ketwa na wodi sua market na ehu sɛ oh me nkosua dodoɔ wei yɛtumi tɔ ɛwɔ mmerɛ wei ɛne yɛtɔn paa enti na ɛno adetermine dodoɔ a wobɛtumi ayɛ but who grow beyond a certain capacity nso a ɛyɛ a no assess wo ho the level of risk sɛ biribi tɔkye mɛɛ mewɔ backup a anaa mewɔ sikapuduo bi wɔ baabi a metumi de asosɔ business na na usually me say for poultry business no wentumi nkra no ɛwɔ sɛ best bi a wokra bia no at least wonya ne 3 months sika a wobɛtumi de ahwɛ so sɛ bibi tɔkyima sɛsi a 3 months sika a wobɛtumi de ahwɛ ɔmo so enti each time a woyɛ business ni bia na wa prepare wa adwen sɛ me wɔ bɛ 3 months sika a sɛ nneɛma nkɔ yie kura na metumi hold it on business no until 3 months no anko yɛ bia no maton best no sɛ me exhaust all the sources a metumi de ahwɛ mmoa no so na sɛ entumi a metumi aton ɔmo saa ɛna ɛteɛ. Now you be delve into poultry farming proper.
Oh,
poultry farm.
Me pacho follow up question to me pacho follow up question real quick. Eti class so the any you be TB you baby. My question there quick and they say what is you say start small and then grow bigger yes. Now. What is in your case, you know, what is the recommendation for like your definition of small when you start?
Okay. So my definition of small is that usually for my class, one of the things, or even on my own live sections, no, one of the things I do to individuals, and say, I was here profiling. Oba baby biana, I was here check or ye share, sikadodo sign na woje a salary. Waketu ya ye saying, uye juma fufu bia edi sikade brewo no, ye saying. Ni ahwe sika won enkofo timi ko yisu ebusuan sika business wey so a high risk business yemfa bosuan emfa nye because ade wey to say nipa untime predict no whether to miss some productivity of birds insu a wo de ma it miss some feed out de ma it miss some productivity environmental best no wom ebetumi asesa omo health enti ndiama bebre wo wa ye bebusa and would I say that there are list of questions are ye bebusa wu nipa no so it differs from every individual to the next person so who say bia wo ye your profiling na bia wo be bia 100,000 cash bi e wo ho a unidi enimanimu ya a long term investment mpato channel so a long term investment and ya short obi ya say oh 2-3 months me person use cano uye layer business na enum to me now also that so ye babe can about poultry farming proper enti me ko eno so a obe tete nsem bia hidden truth na a war poultry farming nim and some challenges how betimi confront wa one take time a with me lose investment ni na the very first thing ube share poultry yes
organic a quick one doctor dear now can on mama fa bibi nshem kakra bu asisi ni be ya obenya ntiase yie na me bra no monya no ne de mesrewa queen be ya sanso book ni na next time won sanso mra bi because ya pa ni trima de shemu no ho
baby me ko ya ni lessons bi na masua
mesrewa mun book no wa mo de na mo sanso mo ne promise mo sanso wa ko ndesa wan hwe amunya ne bi me de ne kro na maka no. Okay, doctor, mami emfa bibi nsha wo de no ase. Experience kakra bi amenya na mpesa de no just 10 seconds. Se o hwe system na o edu centromofo no fast na kusua toko form pa. Na edu se enkran so bie school omoma kwan so a ene so no ekofom kakra. Ente bia o emfa se o ye beginner na unfortunately no o production e committee time a ebia nkramofo no fast na obe fit challenge kakra with your marketing. So these are some of the few things I was still taking note. In Prime Brano, Obenya Botra we munyina kusia we. Into the munya botra. Me say, medical
nasa omo upeni into dito ko class. Into the fire
Queen manage. Yanya ni bia manage.
Pen as no ya
Okay,
dwene pa
so
kata ne wisu
so
kakra bra.
Class
okay.
captain, why you late?
So
Wo?
me pacho poultry business. Obi sɛ uhia nneɛma a uhia asase. Me pacho enya asase bia na yɛde yɛ poultry farm. Enye location bia nso na obetumi ayɛ poultry farm. Sɛ qualification for baby a obetumi ayɛ poultry farm. One, ɛwɔ sɛ ɛyɛ isolated. Isolated in the sense say human beings around no ɛmbɛn hɔ. Why? Because you would end up polluting the environment with the feces, with the noise. You would end up polluting it. Yes, sir.
Mbacha wo kamblo na no wa translate abatwi mu kakra because ye twifo
Hallelujah.
na ye dɔɔso pa.
Somebody can't catch
Okay.
you.
Me say, me patron mon kai me why na I repeat me ba me ho. Me repeat me fi me won say mo me platform no so. Ade ne say
22.
okay. Enye ba biara na obetimi aye poultry farm. Enti o hwe baby a be poultry farm ne say enye nipa mu anase baby a nipa eya dɔɔso wɔ hɔ no. Untimi nye poultry farm no wɔ hɔ. Nyenti a kasa ne sɛ uye obi a wo dream poultry farm ho te sɛ wo future business na a obɛyɛ ne kɛseɛ no. Sɛ nipa ba mpotem no mu a ebi no ɛbɛbɔn, akoko bi no bɛbɔn. Two, ebe generate particles sɛ wo use wood shaving so feed na ɛwɔ mu ɔmo broken feathers ataban na ebubububu ayɛ nketenkete no ebe pollute environment na uwo mu. Ɔmo nso bɛyɛ dede. Ayɛ sɛ deɛ mprɛko teɛ. Nkukɔ nso yɛ dede paa. Enti sɛ wote nkɔfo mu anampotem development ɛkɔ so no. Ebe den sɛ wobetumi ayɛ wɔ hɔ. Two, wontumi nyɛ poultry farm ɛwɔ waterlogged area. Baby a nsuo ɛtaataa hɔ no, wontumi nyɛ ɛwɔ hɔ. Wontumi nyɛ ɛwɔ hɔ because oyɛ wɔ hɔ na flood waters ebe we flood waters ebe ba wubuo mu. Enti ube say mpɛn bebree ne yɛse oba bɛyɛ poultry business na obe pagya building no. Meanwhile, uhia sɛ flood prone area obe den na ode aduane aba efuo no so. Obe den na ode nkosua efi efuo no so. Na sɛ bibi hia na sɛ ode ebe efuo no so na sɛ kwan na enye ɛka no ɛbɛka kwan no so. Challenges a obe face nti selection of land anase ope baby a asase na ade be poultry farm no was say ye this your friend is saying we use this to be able to know say aha e betimi aye anase ye ntumi nye. Enti one obehia motorable road. So these are the list of things yes, motorable road. Two, baby a asase no wo already akase yenya fast developing place. Baby am pum to anase development so ntentem obi build estate. Estate mo na wasase wo wasase bi o oto with usika, but the bylaws of the place nhyehyɛ na ɛwɔ estate no no emma wontimi use sa land no for poultry farm. Because estate developer na kasa waka cho say dan number besi baby a nipa betimi ada na also say asase na mato no be person me dey poultry farm wontimi mfanye.
Na ye were regions I said I poultry farm na.
Me patron say
Regions and I say areas in your particular areas I said I poultry farm na. It is
currently no what they say doma the oma shase ache. Enti places ni bebre wo ho na ya shase sa no. Say farms na ya adults a even if the laws doesn't allow it nkofo na ya adults wo ho de na wontime nkonkotu o. Enti munya mododo na amato asase wo ba bi faako amashase ye na yentimi betu. But say development ba na se nkofo osisi dan na nkofo etu ba na your friend is saying because there's something called stress. menim say the cash stress will treat
Aye.
say even community a ye dede bebre untimi nya nkokɔ wom because the panic reactions everywhere birds baby a tipa car kakra na car kesi abefa ho no bi abo aben pin wo dey old wo ho a ebenya stampede ombewu enti usually no say ye pe asase a ye beye na ubo se na nkofo locate omo ho in isolated places. Because in that isolation, omuhia quiet, omuhia how do you call it? A quiet environment. Yes, to be able to flourish, to be able to say, "Omit me atu omunkosia," and not never selection of land. And a two, a dying no. A dying who baby see how the baby nyam koko, and you dream house, a yakoko dying. Bebre na ote ya okosi dan kese ye ba be ye tiles ni fixing light ni fixing way the structure now the ba be no after selecting your land say ye cost structure no na we see dan me pesi dan na ye fe ni ye hia wo dan na ne hu say at least there is ventilation unit be bia mframa betimi abo akom e na be bia mframa betimi pie afi dan two enye design house ebia wehuna nipa ni disika bebrebe dia room wa concrete floor about 9 inches enhia akoko no ne ho nheda nye den se preko otimi tutu fem ubetinya ye normal mortar work e wo form e de won koko ato ho enti eno no nheda nye den kra e wo dan sie num say even o find ohun out of Accra na baby a owo no nnua wo ho a ye betumi atwitwa septic e de asi dan na mepa chokofo no enye designer house obi amesre o wa akoko dan no ho ni ehia ba ne ya akoko na nkasa enti nkofo bebre timi di sika bebre no de asi dan no we wie sese sika ni ho a odbehwe nkoko no so enti bebre na atimi si dan ubo se no akacho edan we am see ye no edan is about 230,000 Ghana cedis na nkoko a oba be fa ne se untimi mfa 1,000 bes because won achiro wo diskane nyina de ewura dan nu na edan ne emfa bibia mfa mbre o ye hia ne eye shelter for the birds me say I say branti a wa hye so ana wesi abrabo so a opesi otoka chenchina agima toka amono ka mono no o papa we yeduma be 25 years efe no wetimi ato ne first car wo wa shas ya wo yeduma ya unse biska enkoto e bia home use bi na we use because the essence of car is say move you from point A to point B no akose sika to car no say na ne ho kire no won niema foforo yemu enti wa akukọ no so de no me pacho edan a in definition of akukọ dan no what is fit for purpose say obetimi de anye nkukọ no simple
nya wo tire ma me Mr. John structures no we me between what TikTok ho no bibi say ya na bibi say well
so yes structure ni be say this is a double
okay. Say we
one say we are punching and
then
yes but first one now will show you no and no akoko de a omo ye yes wadeke no but e dan say no nso no e wo say wo hwe ni ye enye mmoadodo na betimi akotop ho because e wo say wo hwe baby a wo ba be environment no yamfa no say estate ben wo hospital ben and school ben wa who said a lot of flying particles ebeba ho and the particles will be polluting the environment
and who here say we oya no double ayisa
say you find baby a eba be ye a pollute environment and na say nipa ni around that who sika na wo betime de aye and what materials na ewo ho a ebe cheap no because the essence of the building is that don't go and spend much money in the building than you'll be investing in the beds.
In the beds, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
And no, and the dying there no. Now, there are various systems under which we can raise birds, but before we even go under the various system, you actually breed of birds. You see, our Ghana say, we don't have any company which is into the breeding of parent stock. Yɛn nyinaa no yɛtɔ birds no from Amanone. Enti well-established companies eba Ghana no matter saa parent stock no. So countries like Netherlands, countries like Germany, countries like Holland, countries like Belgium, countries like Canada, US, they produce this parent stock and sell to individuals to be able to use for the breeding of commercial birds na yewo. And these are genetically formed birds. Almost selected offsprings.
Class captain obi no kimi do no ye wadwuma meba. Oh, enedie. Bacho kasa meba sisia.
Okay. So, won't me in fact breed bia
class captain wa ho.
Okay. Won't me in fact breed bia keke enka se o de share akoko business na se. Class of birds are your groups no, your broilers ewo ho. Your layers ewo ho. Your indigenous birds and your local birds ewo ho. Wow, we'll go into commercial farming to say there are 10,000, 20,000 birds. Or you then cover local birds, or DNA, 10,000, 20,000 capacity. It's not scalable, to me. But ubet me they will commercial breeds, like your friend is saying, commercial layers, no. Ubet me in your farm of 10,000 capacity, 20,000 capacity, 30, 50,000 capacity. Ubet me a no. Because the commercial breeds, no. And no bet near scale. And two no so no under the various systems that you can do it, it's also there for them to flourish. Now, because of the different breeds now, you want layers, you want dual purpose birds. I was say would breed nasi and sana wato. And the now so name breed cry, ebema results are all share into this oh anka me pen kokwa ebeton kosuya. Now I got a dual purpose bed and now bed that obey produce both meat and eggs amano. Okoto sa bed now obey produce both meat and eggs amano na. Yes. So oshe beds na ewo hana eye commercial layers. Omo essence na say omo tum kosia. That is why they have been that is what they are made for. Any commercial farmer all dreams say me person me turn coconut as old layers intia na oil layer farming no mpacho wetin
Obeboka.
The essence of doing a commercial layers no, it is not for you to get the bird to sell as old layer. Nkosua na osi on to ma enti be prepared say obetum nkosua dodo a obetimi de yi usike film. Layer business yen train 1 week, 1 month, near declare profit. Every single day, I will raise layer our way full so I was see who profit do awoye and now loss do awoye in care.
And see the hipa was a
Okay, so our Ghana say no. Ocha broiler market no already here compete with Akuko Force IFI Amanone Eba. The reason our force AD market share, greater market share ewo Ghana ne say countries na FIBA no, 1 omo technology no, 2 omo asase, 3 omo machines, omo grow large scale of inputs. Until the price of the input is so low, say nipa ne bet me dey grow na aboa. Owie kra na aboa na say cheaper than what we locally grow. Enti wo dey bisa ho hwe Akoko Force oba be compare prices enye say yesika say sometimes ye wie Akoko Force usually no e was omanman no so na omoton dey breye no ebeba ha no o convert kra na price no e lower than ye de no. Why? Because the ingredient prices and our ingredients na ye wo Ghana no dey boarding.
Na me person bisa say nkokọ na omo tu wi a omo atu awie nyina no Na etimi do time bia o muntimi ntu bio. Anka sankoko ne ebetimi eku omo ya akoko force ni bia na. Mini se me question what masa. O say we all bebre wo honum wo hu.
It's the life expectancy of the life expectancy, the production expectancy in terms of life, of a layer. That is what she's trying to arrive at.
Na se nka ye kra ye be import akoko force no ye betimi ato we na yusu ni sa. What masa?
Okay. There's a very simple reason to that. Share the price of maize in your market. Edu baby krana yentimi grow maize to support the local economy. Aji are importing maize, no. And here poultry farmers, no, we are dependent on the ingredients from these maize farmers, soya bean farmers to be able to prepare our feed. And if there is drought, obviously feed prices have gone high. So the individual that is producing the chicken is dependent on ingredient prices now ye quoted at the farm gate. For maize and soya. Those are the two major ingredients of every poultry farmer. And maize na anko ye wo man mu pe na price per chicken na go high. Why? Because the input prices here two major ingredients are energy level maize no ebro no and soya bean no. These two prices say bibinya affecting the price of chicken will go high, the price of egg will go high. Is the reason now say Ghana betum pon ewa akoko nyemu a was say, and it is a business also for ye papa and mama manone ana yawofo and brothers and sisters are mo find mo ho amanone no. One thing is that if we can be able to sustain and grow inputs and grow the production of inputs in the country, then we can be able to sustain the poultry industry and have the price of the chickens that we produce very low. The difficulty in a poultry production, it is because we are not having the input prices lower. Say Ghana, averagely, 1 ton of feed, I 20 bags. One kasa is about 7,000 Ghana cedis. That is 1 ton of feed. 1,000 birds, babies are ton of feed within 10 days. And just pray said those birds would be able to produce for you. If they don't produce, you've run at a loss. And the akukone prices is determined by the inputs we get, because we are only a receiver. We receive the inputs from the farmers because the birds are there. Bird ain't excuse. Bird is living on feed. And what makes the bird to produce is the feed you give them. So if you don't have enough feed to give them, or if you don't have enough quality feed to give them, forget about it. You are not having an industry. And it is the reason we cannot sustain it. Sometimes people say, your market needs to grow, not above them. Why? Because we are not sustaining the inputs. The growth of the inputs, to me. And how many farmers are there? Your brothers and sisters now are more farming in our villages. Most of them have moved to the inner cities. Or a white collar job. Because guaranteed price now, mano. On also share M1. Now we journey back. We jai a phone now all Me one Canadian so buy and can support a crack. And that is the challenge of the industry. And if you look at it, because we depend on it, the moment indicators now show like fertilizer prices echo high, weed control prices echo high, insect control insecticides echo higher. Invariably, that input price now will be as the selling price. Input, the price is already high. How do you reduce the product that you are going to sell to the market? And this is a challenge. So it's a business opportunity for big men out there who want to also do an investment to be looking at this sector. Already there are GMOs, and they say viable seeds. And so if you are doing it, then you are going in the professional way. At least a better assessment can be made of the area. And it is the reason sometimes you look at it, positioning of the farm and now location of the farm gets affected. Doma, how much is a bag of maize there? Roughly about 250 cedis. Brashama Timber Market is 320 cedis. And by the time Doma person will be finishing, now the price of the inputs there na krano is high. And the whole because will be transported their bounds also transport being out. So you see, say input prices are not guaranteed. Is the reason farm never cost we do pepper so be la farm na collapse because me share say input prices never go higher. I just at the best no so. Met best no so na my ketua bi because me sure mint me the risk levels near high mint me sustain farm no. Because maybe touch my say I no mint me and to pay. I cannot buy feed. Want me and to feed once, twice. Farm never collapse. Now, let's go to the labor market. You need a lot of qualified people that man our farms. And the Agri College is producing people, but they are also not, most of them are not interested in agri. Remember, say, in the early days, I mentioned here, ever since I started this business, no vet officer has visited my farm. I think me going to look for people. So if no vet officer has visited you, even within the encatchment area, I'll find out. So I have a problem. How they going? It's a friend now over be vet techi. Oh, patro be boame na menhwe say they meet me here. Meanwhile, you were district vet officers. And why you have to go around? Because after registration of the business, Oko District Assembly now can register. It's the responsibility of that guy in that office to go around and look for the farms there. At least charge you so that unconfort any the wrong thing. You can imagine sometimes due to the low knowledge and expertise of individual, make many infection on a farm, wanna spread it to another farm. Meanwhile, the investment but the low knowledge of the individual are all your farm without any training. And you see, most of us that start this business, we start from the scratch. Into one kasa one kusian. There is no way you can watch that farm. Obinso in the office, or person or diagnosing the farm and all diagnosing will best from the office because of the farm is called bed jail. To me, I say private hospital, doc. I say private hospital Babeko. Osha farm no the amount of money it is generating. Now Osha ni pan send your non so person or jail now. Osha you cannot. And mostly the people that find themselves in this sector say sustaining farm now. That is the end of the farm. Why are we not becoming self-sufficient? Because labor market farm, SHS labor, what offer to farm so. Onim how to treat customers. Onim how to be able to price the egg for you to sell and make profit. Onim how to be able to care for the best or yare. Even how to be able to detect diseases. They have no idea. And then all or to cha. Oh, wait, man, draw way. Me say sometimes what me call, you see, sometimes me say doctors bow with a lot of education now. Why? Me sorry say na me tia me ya. Na ma call drugstore say me patron me pedro. And most people running their farms. Obe sorry na wako vet shop. Me patron me pedro. Me money yes me antibiotics in mom. Obaya nipa na owo hono nso because oni nimdia na odi be bisa series of questions ascertain dempa na your best na open antibiotics na ono so aton antibiotics bia meanwhile antibiotics bia ne problem e kwa solve ama aboa no enti obekwa ko load the system of the best with antibiotics and solve that problem no now what destroy organs of the best obenwana aboa ne on tubium. That is the end of the investment. And so you will see, sir, if you look at the labor market, more people need training. More people must offer themselves up. Vet officers must offer themselves up and do more training, seminars. In Ghana, there is a body that is supposed to be doing that. But how far have they gone with that? And farms may collapse over the years. I've seen a lot of farms. Maybe say farm me a glamour farms. Mako Gateway Farms are a was to when I started this business, some of the mistakes they made and abandoned structures. Me say it's a social business we are here. Travel around the country, share the number of farms that will collapse. Nako bisa what led to their collapse. Then before you start your own. So one say business and now sa keke and no bia sa keke and ye fa and ye business no nimdia ye one ne see was sa nimdia no when we started Poultry itself in 2017 may I sure say yeah but yakoko ankasa no ni oye but knowledge is key. Your workers need training. There are a lot of farms that are suffering now, sometimes production issues, sometimes marketing issues. And they cannot manage it. And you see, even structural design, unya problem with your structures. I am telling you, structural defects cannot be corrected when the birds are in. And if you look at it from the side, I can labor once a new. So big Canada to farm no so I want the best na see obey day. Because I was say at least only some background, be vet background there. If you first it go bet me before a vet comes in. Because vet no until sa keke a obe friend na odimrika eba. Even so was standby vet. Okay. And so these are some of the challenges with the industry. But notwithstanding these challenges, I must tell you, say poultry business is a very profitable business. This is something I have done full time. I am not ready to do any other business because of what I have earned from the business. And if you look at the trends of it, you see, your market Nankasa has its own way of regulating us. Even kofono mo ye chaff no, film. We have one cycle farmer. If you are farm no, one cycle. And go ye even the best no crown in do 1 year. From day old now they buy in do 1 year. No at home or check Christmas. And now train will be a bit me have clear best because only nim DNT. Near oye no on tias ye. Oye kakra pe na wa bread. Ohu 1 or 2 challenges pe na bamebu. What means sustain farm no. 3, others do not also have the required cash to run the business. And the lack of planning. And you see some people on planning, and they say, oh, anything at all that I do, I should be able to run this farm. Say with the cocoa bikeke. And so I would be able to do it. Or yeah, poor planning. Sikadubo send and come in shame. Ebia me build ya me ya plow back. Financial discipline ben wasn't minya. Say sika efin mo bano. Sika ni nyina ye mi sika. Because okoton ade na be 70 to 80% of that money will be invested in feed. But unim oji sika na no akọ spend be 50% of sika no. E say ne wan tire no we go di capital ni po aka ho. And the farmer is nowhere to be found because investor na kasa o hwa sika no farmer na eko because ono odwin say onye sika puduo ne sa no the bulk money after sales no that is all the profit. And most farms also do not keep proper records. Farms need be brave. Into more projections need be wrong. And on taking into consideration some of the significant items I was done a list. So depreciation of assets, say building now or no, and who beto chima, you have to do repair works. I was OTC can be out of your profit added to her. Say obeto best need you, I was OTC can be the to her. So bet your labor, I was OTC can be to her. So beto no, I was OTC can be to her. But the brain and need proper records and a system to be able to run into all your almost say sikani na onyanya after sales. Say oh Matthew Bianisika. Now with this getting na until we one cycle no na sika be a new one or the be replace stock now or one. Now farmer that is the end of the farm. But one sad aspect of this business they say why ye now won't mean ye no. one of the psychological effects amount is say structure ne da ho e hwe weni na wo dwen say eh na first na me 3,000 no na so say me timi nye bio 3,000 gram me timi mfa bio because you lack financial discipline. Yes sir.
Organic Passion, one quick question. And you were talking about cycle, right? How many months or weeks or that's a cycle from day old chicks coming in?
So this
is
the gentle farmer. Near oil near your friend brooding.
We know.
Edua baby oni. Near oil near your friend brooding.
Ah, we know.
Okay.
So, Gareth, my question is, what does one cycle? No,
okay.
We talk about cycle.
So,
cycle, how many weeks, how many months?
Yes, this is brooding. Within, yes. Oh, Edu is my very good friend. I am Madam Fopa.
Ah.
Okay. Look at
before Akoko, from day old now, ordinary about way full so.
Gani, the chance say we network no am say e delay kakra nti no o
kasa me pato
check kakra ansa na wo what e clear but the chance say yene kasa e be di be bia 5 seconds ansa na wo what and so respond this na e be di be 5 seconds and e bia but I think that is what is happening nti wo network am say e wo form kakra.
Okay. Me pato me ba me refresh me page, you know.
Okay, so any all refresh your page, you know, me respond to question that Dr. Ebusaye no. Doctor, question that Ebusaye and say cycle it take how long? It depends breed na or no. But for commercial layers, you know, most of the time I know 2 years. In could do best 2 years time and then one I am right. What's all the body or tongue because Twaso.
Is he okay now?
Yeah, I think it's okay. Continue, bro.
Wow, can sense here my boss could to
Okay. Nti ade ne say okay.
Hello. Hello,
Yes.
Mr. Mikasana.
Matise. Yeah, mpacho.
Organic came say online network no.
The network ni hard you kakra but na ka me try in with question na Dr. Ebusaye.
Meti mu nyina
na me di fam no mesre se
meti mu nyina monka.
Yo
network here hard been power. Oh.
Now, who can be from the beginning?
Mr. Dankwa my post kakra bi.
Organic people pato yete won kan.
Network na den na
Mr. Dankwa my boss.
What in ka busia for?
Yeah,
and I think
okay. Na ejada kwen kan bibi nko wi ana organic
at
that is say this year say obi ade atom.
Yo, Mr. Mikasa.
Aye.
I think so be at yeah.
Okay.
Organic can very important as a beginner. Me face a lot of challenges. I face that. Me shall say with Plymouth. So check. No, I bought about 3,000 check. Na me say turkeys ne other bears ni na layers pen na me. Ain't you know me my dream is say nipa no ode me bear mu no my dream say bia ye be reproduction ye be hatch tie ma me to incubators ni ade but edu me started say me hatch no na me nya customers tina na say me budu me say I show me am say mo aduane. Into Christmas they do ya me pese me ton bi in fact. Me kaka me boy ya. Almost getting to 2 billion. Yes.
Hey.
I can't boy. And money being super woo ye. But in your man papa said, Miss at your beginning because I'm a boy, I'm going to go say, come for some year. It's about something. No. Why don't I enter into laying beds? Since me sacrifice laying beds. Until me started with laying beds. Now laying beds, so problem I me call move from the beginning, no. Say yes, sika me wo. Could you believe say best ne do baby no best no and two. Almost to do baby almost two for about 6 weeks now. I started about 6 weeks now to best no and two.
Hey.
On better baby 40%, 30%. Yes, me am the sika so. Eto feed. Between top feed 200 something million. Now sika am the baby be 50 million. Yes, I'm the sika so. And I miss my reaction so say me found me neither. Be a mayor. And I'm sick of who I'm the bay. It's a do baby, no. And wait, my talk, quite see away. My yet, dear, send me be a morning to. Not to say a slight mistake, beer. And I mean, mistake, and I mean, say mistakes, and me person may boost organic, sir. Question way. Me person may answer, me person no be answer.
Okay.
Organic.
Okay, me patch on me here. Yes, sir.
Or laying beds, but laying beds no best into why try all means. Every the vet na catch any beer so you no yeah. And so still best no end to the quantity so much no. Say be almost to a year so much to 190 something percent, almost man about 41% and 50%.
Okay.
Hey.
The beer so discuss also a tough. Why you be beer so you be we cleaning or clean or cleaning why you be beer so you be medication so the mouth.
Bibia enkoye.
Beer enkoye best enkoye. No can say.
Where the utia wo.
Mr. Dankwa.
Papa.
Odi mientia, Mr. Dankwa mientia mesre ne se. Mientia mesre ne se. Mientia mesre ne se. Ewo business we mu. Unim na se wo she business na se with the wrong breed of birds. Ubeti.
Where the pacho mean
one now you Plymouth Rock, your friend check.
yeah.
The pacho you.
Me one actually check the end on them do ma ko good but there say me layer na me ye no. Layers are me no akwese to alright it's a brand. To nipa me ne fa ni dia me dia me start me dia me fa no. Me at the end of say me brood mu we na nkoko 5 pen afim. 5 pen na afi who almost started say almost betu no na afi bi a started we be kona mienu be kona nsa we be kona nine enti na mo say you say ma ya me yeah do ko never to what you do we ko never to what you do we so we say free
Mr. Dankwa me pacho
organic
me sound same way bi
organic me pacho 1 second say be ya wo be hu say de wa kire no yate ase no ma me answer Mr. Dankwa question no busa wo ne ma no hu say teaching na wo teaching no yate ase pa
but your money answer me so what ase
answer doctor. Mami doctor. Organic customer me.
Okay. Mr. Dankwa, me de wo share asia from baby a o start say o faili. Na obi a o fi ho start no. Na we hu say de obetimi e faili in this business.
Yeah.
Plymouth Rock ana check. Enye commercial layer. Obetimi atu nkosua de. But nkosua dodo maximum ega obetimi amount. In a 365-day cycle, obetu nkosua 240 eggs.
Mpacho, and I'm
All
a
those other things.
Mpacho Minchuano. On the me, send me the reproduction. My yes, I mean
Yes.
laying a semi that we made me the produce on my kind. My found as a stock.
Yes.
Stock, now the cringy a honor.
Okay.
And I dear, you go go there on me. I overcame it the area stage because
Uh-huh.
Maybe
The reason I am
organic,
starting
organic, but
the
hold on,
reason
Kamame.
I'm starting
Organic.
from there.
Queen, me
okay.
say kami class him kakra bi was in Mr. was in hard
But
drink.
money and some I
Organic
room.
here.
Yes,
Oh,
money and some.
more organic in here.
Okay.
Organic in here, yes.
Queen, very important. Me say before
Mr.
me answer
Dankwa,
question, Mr. Wa.
What's that? Mpacho
me
money
lay
and some.
foundation.
Yeah, no, what.
Mr. Dankwa,
Me
me lay foundation bi ama wate asie nienti
okay.
a
Okay.
near o ye no ana near o ye no and
Yeah.
yield the results amount.
Okay.
Commercial layers no, ye were commercial layers wo ho. And ye what dual purpose bed ni obema wo nkosua ye won kokwa ya ye omo se wo de obaye a nkosua na oba beto.
Yeah.
Ye won ye nso a obema wo nkosua e na nam.
Yeah.
A ye fo no dual purpose bed.
Yeah.
And ye what broiler nso wo ho for meat and nam.
Yeah.
Mistakes are ye ne se bebre na ekoto dual purpose bed because of prices. Na onye omo in place of layer. Enti obi kura saso no the consumption at the peak of when you na otun kosua no because of body size a okra no ne honam said the tie ni nti no onu bedi higher than commercial layer no.
Yeah.
Enti okoto sa bed no na se o se open kosua wo ne nchen tempo anka o de ye reproduction na nkosua dodo a obetimi ama in a 365 days afi baako a wetimi atu pa ama 240 pieces of eggs akoko baako. That's yare anka no na se owo ho na se na apomu ye na se owo ahoden edidi ye o ma na eduane ti se de wo ma o commercial layer na eduane o ma na eduane ankosua dodo obetimi atu ama onyina 240 pieces. Na se bibi to chima na se wentimi anto ana se yare abem esu betimi ate. But ni peak a obetimi ama 240. Ebi kra de escale at 220 depending on baby a wonya akoko nifi. Now there is something called breed of birds. Meaning how do we even say breed?
Aboa de fariban ne fariban baby abusua ofimu.
Ebusua ofimu.
Okay.
Enti akoko na ebusua na ofimu no. Etre gene na ekura no. Se oba beto a potentials a ekura no. I say doctor awawo. Menya sure say doctor wo a ne ba be ka kire ne say ebia opese okoye kpompo enya se kpompo adwuma anye o. But doctor na environmental ne ba obe training no wenya kura no ebia lowest limit kura ne say why masters. Ana what better than engineer and now say what particular field. But doctor engage and ba because nyama all passing on to Sabofrano in terms of character training, in terms of even traits or the bemano no, Sakola ne be won nim dia is inbuilt. Echenimu. And the same thing happens with breeds. Yento incubator and fan shade demu nkase me ye hatchery. One, o steady market na. Two, breed of birds men na de ba be ye hatchery no. Enti wakofa won ponchen oye breeding wo fie sa ponchen na e cross maame na no wawo sa ponchen be ma na e cross ne ba no wawo genetics mu no me ma nyem preko sometimes we met me having preko a ya wo mu because of inbreeding enuanum ne opapa nom e da no enti sometimes yet meet wo preko na preko ni preko ni se be oni to preko ni bodua preko ni nan preko na so ba ku ni ho inbreeding etime cause saa de no. Now eba nkukọ nyemu nso a carefully selected breeds and yafa or papa from one line and ya develop another line yafa female no two way na eba be hia ansa no manya commercial breed na wo no yamfa akụkọ bia saa keke amfa mbom se akụkọ ba ne bema ana nnuanom mo meti a mo betu nkosu a mo de offspring beba ubenya inbreeding varieties na ana breed na ubenya no. There is no way you can guarantee the productivity of that bird. If your doctor no or scientific terms how betimi use but me explain it to the basic understanding aye nyina e betimi atiase. Enti ebusua bi mu wo ho e bi etipayare enuane menuane ntimi ware obi ne e bi ane antba etimi ware a sometimes people say yare ba ku betimi anam omu nyina mu etipayare omu nyina etimi nya. That is what happens with inbreeding. Enti very serious seba genetics. Enti say ye kasi ye forme ana ye combine birds carefully selected ones. Enti companies wo wa omo produce this parent stock, omo produce grandparents no mo produce parents no ana awofo ne ma ena ye yusu e wo ye fuo so as commercial breeds omode tun kosua maye. Enti wo se okofa akụkọ be me bia se we your be enti otun kosua enti ende me de saa obema no traits be na wo saa be ma no ma be guarantee se eba na oba be wo ana eba na oba be hwiane no ebetimi ama productivity se ana se yare bi mu o ebetimi aba na sweepy ebe sesa wo nkokọ ni nyina de akọ. This is genetics and a bit technical. If ya doctor nebe what terms are will be media about mo level ama matias here. But when so here e won kuko nyemu enti enye ne saa keke. Now yembra Isa Brown na ofa ye no. Now saa nkuko na wakofa no. One e wasi ye hwe source e na ofa nkuko no. Sa baby a wo fa ye no so no omo hatchery practices den baby a ye hwane nkokọ no ne hatchery practices den obi efimu bia incubator bi no mo apedi aton kwan chen baby ana one room bi baby no say I said the ICU me say hatchery te say the building hospitals be different units to ho, especially for intensive care unit. Sometimes awofo obeko hospital audition na one hospital ho ana yaresabia ho ni ase mpabwa na wo hye no ontime mfa nrem urem a wetietia niema bebre so ebi obi atintesio oyare na otintesio no biosecurity oyare na otintesio no ana se ebi obi sebe agene nan wo baabi a wetietiem wo wetiem a wo de ba oba yesi ontime nrem nipa no nti ase me de hye na wo ho e wo se mi ko inside na mi ko hunu biosecurity ye deep litter system na ko nante wo ho a sebe o de atwa mpabo ase o nante a na hwe niema dodo a wetietia so a wo de ba be hye wo buo mu. The same thing with the hatchery. Ubon say you disinfecting and keep it closed doors. There are certain places and baby mu wo ho yes untimi nra ho o se nte ase and hatchery no kra no on maintaining that standard. Nkosua no mu no don't forget say nkosua no wo ntokro nkosua na ewo ho no aboa na oba be form wo inside otimi home enti ubetimi transfer viruses and bacteria to sa aboa na ye nhua na ye ehyenimu oje koto wefuo so a ebi wo ho early days oye ketekete na wo hu na akokọ ba no emficha onyi ewonimu akokọ na enyem edum pempen so obeto ama no na asem aba.
Wow.
Enti nimdie bebre wo ho na wehu sese mayembra wankasa wo system o ye deep litter system a who said 90% of the problems you'll be facing is with the wood shavings. Wood shavings na ye mpa na nkokọ no ba be da so in the deep litter system. But bisa won be here fa na osesa wood shavings no okọ me oni e de wo shavings egu ho nkofo anum koko o de rubber na atum obi anum yogurt o de rubber na atum obi atintesio egum obi ebia wanante wo baabi e dia be nante so wo shavings na ya pack egu ha ma egu sack mo sese kra ni nya ne ye din because ye ni ebia bebre a ye twitwa ton biom enti wo shavings na obenya no ye beka se din se obenya enti ketwa na ewo ho no kra ya collect ama no oso ba ya uhia wo shavings de egu ubuo mu entempara se obe treating po un treating ye se obe make sure se wa disinfecting ye a dry at least ehun se niam bi wo mu kra obe yi no onye se wo de sam pa no akose kete ama wo mmoa e wo dan mu se wo nda so bisa wo se yare ben pa no menya wo sa buo ni ana two even cross say with the sawdust in their back ebuo nim no don't forget akụkọ bi no nso ba be mix it with sawdust no enti ewo buo nim nso etimi generate yare because e bi na mix it with sawdust edua ho no mix it with eno uni dodo wo ho na mixing no nso aye poor enti enche na wo shavings na ewo buo nim na apro ukonya nsuo a eka no nso na asentem enti ube se ammonia gas a etimi irritate eye no a etimi ma respiratory infections eno nso timi hammoa no na aha na asem no wo onti antibiotics na asia na nnura ye de mama mama na obi akolodi ne best with antibiotics bebrebe no damage organs ni nyina of mwa no ntubiom na because antibiotics ni bi wo ho a ewo properties a ebitimi dia hye nkosua when you su ni yie I said ye catch say over the counter medicine doctors e catch ya enkoto eduro bi akeke nnum ye bodero onte oto o se u kidney ye bodero catch sa na ya ye bebre no so ye nyen ye moa wadwen na ne say eduro bia menya memmoa ne yare misika bi lususka o intime de eduro bia menya bia ma memfa hwe moa no so o de hwe moa no u bisa ho se den na se eduro no be ya ma moa no na simple o follow dosage and instructions na ewo container no ho ana obi ko ho eduro na no say wasa bebre moa ne yare intime sa ne bebre a adwen no because oni na lebienti mame num ne bebre ana mame manu moa ne bebre na omo ho nto omo na uma ne bebre na e containing some drugs like tylosin, some like doxycycline and rofloxacin. When we a third generation antibiotics are uba be usua uhia nimdie na e we dro no ho ansa na we yusu time of the day no mpo audi e dro no be ma no so you have to consider it. Dr. Kraukwa de che e dro ni bi wo ho ye se wo kwakoda no wano meanwhile o dwen say da ho sa keke e dro bia de se me ho nya mfa me pe no ane se makoto e dro na me num unya doctor's advice the professional advice because all the say one say ade ne entail a lot. There is a lot of things in this business one follow sa poultry farm ne dey to adwemu udi usika begum ebe hye e na me sika bi eni ho your friend say sika kese ema poultry business ukra 1 billion akoko betinye di ni nyina na onto nkosua no na makatro say u labor sika akoko na wato aba sika eduane sika edan na usi ye sika workers sika assassin na auto ye sika bebi a wudi nya sika ewa akoko no ho ye nkosua na oba beto ama broiler ye nam na oba beton na oton according to weight na when ya weight na one baby a otimi enyematimi tochima ana adia ba konso a ebia sometimes emma intem emma hunhu ne se ebia hunya nkosua dodo sometimes se mu we tire na se mu ye business na me say eya ye yeduma with trusted people obi a owo nimdie a owo integrity oye honest obi timi wi awon kokọ ekoton awu nim se yeton kokọ ni bi wefuo no so With your farm, no, nobody is auditing the farm. Intini panel natural. Oh, me patro nkosiane, yenya 15 year no, yenya 20 year no. Meanwhile, if you are expecting to see 40 pieces and 40 crates of eggs. Oh, that near man koyo, that was here to a draw, a book or crown to a draw no. And I'm nkofo bebre no so omaka formulate your feed. Say one kasa ye nkuko na ebiane. Onnim hunim dia mpacho enye. Because akuko di balance feed and san wetimi atu nkosua. Na feed na ye formulating no so eno so onnim die.
Ejuma wo ho papa.
Ejuma wo ho enti mi ameti he se di obesi dan minim. Enura be ma best minim ni nyina di o na so ne metimi dia maintain profitability of the business minim. Market survey said the men who said Senkofo bebre ba around time of the year make wakoto nkosia around this time tinkosia no so nkosia bu ti so na nkofo ntimento na nkontem enya sa one man ba be say hit chase nkosia na ebe pro baby mu wo ye ntimi nkipi nkosia untimi fa nkosia mfa mpaki wo fridge echiri because e ho na produce hit nkosia na be no ane ho baby a oye nsuo niema untimi fa nkosia mfa nkoto ho enya sa nkosia na be pro ntem. By the time I depend for the back on the catcher and Jan or catcher say, I started pro. It is happening dear way in here to be able to build the business. But yet, Danyanko Ponce says, no. Yes, so yeah, set Nkufo bet me. It me running farms to make poultry farm is very profitable. The only risk associated with it is who lacking knowledge and skills now.
You're organic. Let me say, my main the na make me problem I me encounter and how I solve it. Let me say and kokona me kofa you know. Na a foreign bird and the nipa me no kofa na he was doing 98% near there.
Okay.
But me you know. Na the mistake me say the mistake me say the quantity of feed na me the mouth. The same quantity no the mouth, but the time me na me they feed in mouth was mistake. No, me they me check feed no say be 80 kilos. The man on 3 times a day and a day anyway. Not say it was totally wrong. Now, the buy and say, many people consider the wrong right. Next, I said, my mom, the major be 60% in the morning. Now, if it be a 4 hours time, because me come back me buy in three times in a day, 4 hours time, mama will be 20%, and I say 30%. Now, if 10%, the mom 1 o'clock, because me buy 5:30, I'm feeding 60%. Then we burn 9:30 to 10, mom 30%. Then the rest of the percentage, you know, burn 1 o'clock. I mean the amount. And no, was a mistake. And I mean, before mom, about 5:30, my mom, be 80 kilos. My 10:30 on my mom 80 kilos. About 4 o'clock, some mom 80 kilos. 4 o'clock, you don't need a waste. Because any baby because already say my mom earlier I be prepare egg now 4 o'clock they already the egg has already been prepared. It is a waste 4 o'clock and I'm a console and I'm a doom light, you know. So
the essence of feeding one. Nienti ayema anopa eduane at least about 70% in the morning. They say when say akoko ne sorry a ohia weight e de ato enti sa energy na ohia e de ato no early in the morning ohia sa energy nti u feeding na 1 hour 30 minutes after feeding ubo say no man starting rush akọ laying boxes na nchen. Why? Because we're receiving energy no.
That was a mistake.
Uche mukra too much now. What you are doing is you are stressing the best because avoid the dinner on me. After some matter of munkosiano, ombekwa konum ensio bebre e de egu aduane no so. And for you to be able to say like getting them to lay more no, near and say oma say aduane na afternoon top up no, or the weather ni gauge whether to feed or not to feed early. Because the weather ni hot, na sun air scorch here. If you give them the feed, and could increase the body temperatures. And now you see at the cold hours of the morning and now early morning, and morning feed well. And later in the evening, now a Rihanna bread ne hotness now. You see that time also no a ya omudidi into a ya ye share weather no anopa ufidia. Second time now kwako fidi uko fidi a yede isolate and yede fish out sick birds that have been stressed because uko fidi ewia na ebia yabu obi ohye na bi mu na ebia na wako yi no because move birds nyina and in the afternoon no obi a wabre ne ho mfa no uko fidi a na otu weni ehwe because once you are feeding now fish out those birds. Now the now isolation unit. Say heat not so too much for such a bed that then you can do isolation. But Obama at equal intervals, like 4 hours, 4 hours, 4 hours now we feed it, even though OT quantity no so a wire major feed in the morning. Now you say who keep it upon very busy on nanti because every time no him say if you are able feed at home, John the man relax it. The playing also helps to improve
Organic.
The productivity of the bed.
Organic. Yes, my pause just a minute.
Yes, sir.
Me pacho, my pause a minute. Announcement. Yes, Ramo platform where they said the DBI can. New man who here said the organic church they be near Chewaha. The Chow Kanya Ubenya Nimidie. No wa fast no wa apply now go to my day and only a yawaha. Yen two be after the program no. Corner Kosiki obi ana ko imbo so obi say or ye agent ye ni agent be our platform we so no so uni obi be your business a ye nsi ukwan de be ye further investigation and say na upini $100 $50 even 100 cedis kura ko obi ho so one yes sa enquiries we no be afidie yi wa platform we for me class captain me wo horo me nsafi hu organic obama yen asem we nyame asem kroji onim ho twe kwen na efie ni ye ne de na ye nyina ye sum mu no obadane na chi ama ho enti me frɛ mo nkai boy wo ho no obi antie no nhye ne nso ginim de na fa kɔbɔ wo bla said de oya kan wa he ya nso a ne platform no organic platform na no pa bi ogina ho wo ba ho ba beto se metase e bi kono kosua bi wo ho so ye de obi ase organic ubie ye ni to aso.
Okay, inti say when feeding a money ye and also be disturb you more and a late night feeding. And to say me say most of this knowledge no me sometimes cry yeah more friend doctors but me sure say me who Dr. Bear no on also making him be any be feeling change.
Yes, I was saying no. Who did ya na do and digesting? Who feeding
how
and digesting yes sir.
Yes. A money baby sometimes no a money better for building excess fat. No building excess fat now say no ni weight gain never cost ro now one weight gain cost ra say ability to form the eggs no na ato chima ato chima. So it will not be able to form the eggs again because fat now fat lining now a what vent side now a dorsum. And you see usually early morning now feeding no is supposed to be plain 70% feed now the man no it was so dear grow ms so take at least be able to use some to build worn out tissues, at least be able to use some to be able to energize itself. And the small sometimes it even disturbs the formation of the eggs. So Mr. Dampa, that is the way.
Organic patch more question quick. From when you bring in a day old, say what two layers. From when you bring a day old layer into the farm after your setup, when are you expecting that bird will start laying eggs?
Okay, to me, at least 20 weeks. Your bird,
average,
on average 20 weeks. But this is it. From the 10th week, maximum from the 12th week, the ovaries in the bird has started forming. So make sure say you are minimizing the usage of antibiotics.
Okay.
Don't abuse the system of the bird with antibiotics, because around that time the ovaries have started forming, and the ovaries would influence the productivity of the bird. So unimna say you should drugs are a burning eggs, eggs now. The number of
no cray back, so no cray back, me mammy or lie mu asibi on table for the mamma Johnny. Mammy be Johnny Fia, as a machine in Ross non TV.
Mebacho yo. Nkosia kitten na ewo nkoko mu no. Se enuro ni bi wo ho na ye bi edwuma ewa akoko no ho no. Wo ma ne dɔɔso wo mmoa ne mu. Ana se hia na se wo de mana eya ehyi nkosua no. Ana eya ye ka kire wo mprempi no nso ne se hwɛ aboa ne na pomudin ana the health of aboa no ansa na we use certain antibiotics inti eya ye ka se eya ma ovet nhwɛ aboa ne ma ansa na o de enuro ni bi de amammoa no. Because enuro ni bi wo ho na ebetimi akwa shinkosua na ewo aboa ne ma efe na no ba be eba be form epie as nkosua fu nkosua ubenya.
Things organic and a vet in the crowd. It says we was specializing in poultry, poultry.
Yes.
Yes, I'll
Doc. Yeah, I dear Nankasane said, won't say, and Kofo bebre na why ye jumani be pain. We jino. Yeah, a jumani be na ye Christian kofa ye nyom be ye jumana. Esan say ye ni Kofo bebre wa or more nindia ewe jumani munti. Obi a waya egu pen so no ebi onu bi na obekwa akonya ana nkofo nso hu se eye dwuma obetimi di aye edi atumpon abrabo mu bebe na adin se eka tete no okasi ukwa akoye ku edwuma kra na wa ofu bisa se me se meba enra enyase meba nra mu bebi amaba no meba no na nkofo bisa me se na nkofo bebre edi omo ani kire kanea wo di wo hu koche nra mu. Enti bebre na adwin na omowo perception no about the farming no ono ane or dream that said no nipa we dey forget no kwedwuma dey nya ade a obetimi aye but me catro me sure say the next ewo afidu a ewo ye nima eba no at least billionaires there young men and women omo ye agric no ana omo find omo hu in poultry farming no ye betimi anya ebi e wo Ghana ha enye any other sector but poultry farming ubenya obi na bisa ho nkukọ dodo se ne ere nkosua se ne ere eti consumption no cry e kire o se oya ye beto. The only thing is baby a oba beye e was at least ye nye groundwork ne ma ana ye nkire o ni kire na e wo ho no ye kire wa ubetumi aye so bi be hia mi sesi ana obisa me se me waka o menye den me sua twi ana menye den me twi ka no maka cho se kosua baby a be kwa kosua no e ho so ni asem se nipa no wonim de na obetumi de akire wa na
amu wechu ka
na wan kire wo ye nso a yes wan kire wo ye nso a me pa cho wa boka sana de ne tie se mbusa bi wo ho e wo ho a mpacho mbetimi ebusa na ebia eno so de ebema answers aba.
I think say no be say enkukwo dodo say na obetimi dey start as a beginner.
Queen, eno no se enkukwo dodo a obetimi dey ahya ase no. ISME bisa obi sesia e wo platform we so say me pa che wo se me wo ba enne a me ba no from the one I be go school mo from school so be ko do university no say na odwen se me se wo sa abofra no obi bisa sa question na untimi bia no
Untimi nka
because baby awote sika awowo yes baby awote sika awowo nimdi awowo adwen awowo wo school kra ho eno so kire inti niema bebre wo ho inti ya na ye pese ye busa nipa no nsemfo bi mu oyi anoma ye a ni ejina eno so a kire ne se ubetimi aye aboa baako ubetimi aye aboa mienu ubetimi aye aboa miensa
Organic go back and just seconds why
me pa you
and then me later me yeah no newcomer be Eastern region ye frɛ ba bi wudu a akye ase oda enkuro nkutu ani ye frɛ horse ase newcomer or started 1,000 newcomer wa build kakra wa mana ho di ni nyina akodi building nim emoa no afiance omanya 14 weeks or cover not 14 weeks and they are many who can say or the batu many as last week na me dia don matoso am one no mon started say o mo betu no and I'm feeding in your man your menti ya bono don komi obi adi kan ya befa enti start small na adi kan fo obi a start your kano and me am di ho dance here first one ye di kan ya yi 200 afim obi asan ende obi abafa ene nipa mienu na ba ko fa 200 ba ko fa 300 ene ye di kan ya ton wayi asatena am ne kasa aka 300 wo ho enti yesre di oka ni nyina no ni nyina ya wo wa ho adi no ubotom because feeding no 1,000 feeding now or kan ye no sa wonfisa starting na sa o start 50 na wunya nyansa ni nimdie na eno ankasa multiply no ho pia o we da say organic di obi a make sure so be follow no every day morning we call the platform no so we so ti upe red news a efin bia ni ma onje o hwe or the show free but upe details a o hate ne bottom na or groups bebre or one yoma bebre or ye one platform no so or class master class na wa dwan no what system na say na nkoba say de ende ye bo bi de don komi no organic me da say to aso queen chicha cow for you
organic me queen pacho me my kasa quick na me sure coin na me organic nyame sure for taking the time to say we explaining bibia say information we there a very important pa nyame sure say we share side media no enti the mechanic say we organic from the beginning na eni nyina no ye say de wa ho odin betimi enti question no obi busa ekire enti say de wu busa say organic na ye say me ko wo me ngododo o say obotom na be kire enti obotom na be kire na de mehu ne say say we would research na we consult somebody like him na we timi kire wo say etoda ya na wo pese wo ya de be nipa kra na owo nimdie na wo be kire on especially ya yeti ama no ne no ya na ye din be na de through this app no wo share ni passe no na wo ye de wo pese wo ko bia wo consult na some mistakes na wo no ye ni mistakes afofra ye ni nyina no be boa mo aye de amwa what minimizes our risk no na wetimi aye de etimi ama production nyame sure for taking your time to sell better what they explaining with God bless you queen nyame sure also so me and the poultry farm and ramanante me dana abo mache be 4 ha ti say 4 na say 3 hours time 7 na say me sorry me set alarm it ye queen me sorry for checking you na unya maso and the crowd you late be 5 minutes
Hey, Randy.
There be no mama serious. We lie with them. Me fenya brokra. Me see a lot. Nyame shraw. Nyame shraw pa.
Bushrows.
And the mesre kwanti. Nyame do my watchina.
Yo.
Yo.
Eti Mr. John. Yen na yen wrap by 2:30 the na was say
Okay. Okay. Nti the sad aspect, me sure say ebiane dog aka say ubotom na betre no. Unim die first. Ansana about bottom.
I'm saying about bottom.
Mekai say because ubetinya ye adwuma ma obi ama wenye say sika na uhia no. Mekofa 2018 na mekofa 3,500 nkukọ.
Hey.
Na ma adwin mu nyina ne se me dwen say 70,000 na me first stock of 1,200 no. Enti me second stock no mekofa 3,500. Na 1,200 no menya yare kakre bi ba me nkukọ no ma mentimi nkukọ no nya kata ewa akụkọ terms no ye frɛ na CRD enti nkukọ no nya kata no mentimi nso kata na ano ma tonno because na mente ane nyama na meye na simple enti sika na milusu no nkukọ nkosia no nso mma betimi akọbeye 2 pm amekwa kwasesa nkosia no na nkosia dodo amenya kra na endu 1 crate enti edu sano na 3,500 no so wo ho e na ma start in fifre
say down
na by then me use beye Ghana sika 70,000 Ghana cedis.
It's a lot
new
of
cedis na me country wo by then kuko no 12 weeks and I'm from a body big boy one night me lose kuko no beye 300 of them. Enti say ye catch na hwe mi lusu enu wieye bisa me say me fa next batch ne say na me fa e say ma go fa 350 because me sua nyansa ne ye me no me say ye mu binum nyankopon ama ye nkwa ama ye second chance say wasa ma ya kwenya ne say ye mbre bi uma enu nti na ya toto ye ho ahyehye ho say ana ya to ye ho ahye ho say ye boa nkofo send the amani a ye yakomu pen no ye mpese wo bekom
sir
because ebedu hwe me say ade bechi na me bie mani a nkuko ni ye dede omo ndidi ame ebu onu makoto feed brand na me dia neutralize feed no me dia frafra feed no say en no so me wa feed brand no so eni ahondin bia na abo na edi na at least omo wu Make me asesa nkuko mo ewu in a day. Sometimes 8, 10. Nkuko du na ewu.
Yeah.
Enti me ka kireo ene mpempenso a ye dui. Nimdi a ye wei a ene me raise bet a mitimi na 97%, 98%, 99%.
Wow.
Me pacha Oba be yes adwuma we ya me se ewo sika wo mu pa now so ye without nimdia obebre
Organ ene ka kire o mu se o mu train o mu mental ayiso nka ho one person so mu wu a wa hwe ya wo be ko ayi wo be bodam
queen wo emotions
na making
time at the point no hu a tie with the business. Emotions, one says that you want more I will fear aspect. To say you're cramming. Some be work cramming who will fear crash. Sometimes cry now at 2 hours drink.
Me say
because Sacrament they with near all that or not the extra bon time out. In Sacrament who cry now kuma.
Oh.
Let me say idea how they usika we investment. Why you juma be 15 years? Why you juma in this code? Oh koba. No when yan in Diana na so be 2 sika. E di show bin sem obi ondi no krema. Kontompo ni obi oni nim die. Udi usika mano me say What they call to a punching be grand a weekend, no got now, baby, your barbecue,
Mate, Ken, see what you can say. Question, Ken.
Yeah, hello.
Hello, what you say?
Yes, sir.
Nyankopon adom me ho yo na mpacho so e.
Boko.
Okay. With your question kakra bi na me wo me nim say bia is related to topic no mo di ya.
Yeah, poultry farm.
Yeah, it's related to poultry farm. As a memoir na so mo anya problem kakra na me pese me bisa organic praise bia if say bi o mo bia obetimi ya.
Bisa normal direction. Why?
Oh, okay. So the issue is one or 11 weeks. Okay. But as about 4 days in it, na me who say you notices as a more coughing kakra. But prior to that, so near change you see deep letter. Until near change you letter now about 1 week ago. Until by 4 days na me who say more coffee kakra. And one of them so no. As now when you paralysis kakra. And no pa man we say as the toilet no aye greenish.
Hey.
Yeah. Although medical notice that paralysis no me separate you from the rest of the birds. But we say what does you might not pinpoint or more coffee no.
Okay, no kasa no quite you.
Mpacho what men can say? Tina me say as a issue ka. Mpacho say.
Me say wo farm one in
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I said, me answer no me first timer. Well, Baba be a farm no one.
Okay.
It's far away from even Ben Bronga half of Doma outside, but it's about 3 hours away from Doma. So hardly will you get to be a like a consultant, be a bit me a free crowd. I say we are quite share M1. So I say my own knowledge in I'm just a doctor, but me anyway. Until I say me nim the crown human biology na me den. Me de apply kakra na. But I say we need the I need.
Where I do some.
Sure, we dear. I say you hear painful kakra.
Oh, doc, now all background now who's through.
One 1,200. Until that's me de me ni hosisi me wo me ni me practice wo UK ba me de ma chiriba ye last born no. Nti no mostly no nhyɛ da nim deɛ kakra ɛwɔ ho saa.
Oh, follow me na menye. Me fa organic number no mano na onko yen training ni bi.
Oh, okay. If there's any trainer baby will be meeting.
Follow me na me follow back me de number ni be ma no onye training ni bi why?
Mate.
Yes, I am one dozen do.
Omo dozen. But now say nka wa hwe omo ye mom ka as at 11 weeks na ya recorded 7 mortalities as at that time nanka ye until we the pass on notice no. Yeah.
Okay. Boss, Bremu money. Mr. John. Yeah, ni network no.
Ken.
Yeah, boss.
Okay. Ken, it's in Fuebi or when we say
hold on.
Oh, yeah, deep litter system. Deep litter system now, oh, yeah, no.
Okay.
I yet to say the wood die, I just said the wood die, a walk quine home. Yeah, quine.
Okay.
You know, say you are going to have respiratory, ubenya respiratory issues.
Sure.
Okay. So the same way, no, we best no, a more dusty environment. A more baby in footro, near my causing footro no, a walk. Wood shavings nakasa no, a bit break it down, a walk pathogens cry a friend is saying, a walk and more be woman, a bit breaking it down, I'm an iron footro, because a being or more no. Pathogens na organisms no womb. I be breaking it down.
Okay.
Now, collect o person wo sesa sawdust. And now o person wo sesa wood shavings na wo wubuo mu na. Se yes sesa na eya yempeja shovel ni bebre enkosoro.
Okay.
Obi ba be sesa no yemfa ne se bottom no na ewa ha. Imagine se bottom na me kre. Ena ma be sesa wo fam na ma sesa bottom ade na bepeja shovel no. Wo be wie no. Na in futura wa akose e wo buo no na edoso.
Okay.
Enti by now no enkuko na home omo home gas particles na ko mumu.
Okay.
Ena when say unya changing wood shadings no omo home a enya ade a obehu immediate. Enti anadu we obete say na omo so no ne niema. But said the queen aka no you because I had your solution platform ma direct way no a specific problem to your farm. My kasa after the section, and then I'll be able to help you out.
Why?
Okay. Thank you very much.
But problem I will go through no BBK to
Mate, boss. Mate.
Okay.
BBK to
Tikwe me follow so.
Mate, why? I follow me na me fa number ni ma. Omuwe be me ya pa.
Oh. Yeah. Okay.
Ethiopia bisa question na yenko.
Okay, Ohima, thank you. First of all, clarification I'm person making. I'm say earlier no, Dr. Dikne busa question B. So I been network in said so I was trying to answer the question because na me brand network no enye. Na question no busa ne say a farm more a bedi how long and sana ebia or more ya ton or more as spent layers, which is a cycle. So no person busa say within a complete cycle no how many years and maybe how many months and maybe taking. So I was trying to answer that question, but I think say 2% a man answer question no. I think say na network ni at that time. And number 2 news no. Na Mr. Danko Busa a question be concerning feeding. Na me brand answer. Na me person can make can be answer na wa answer question. Bibi me brand dey start free no. Problem ni bi one ma start free fiti ase. And as a question na or answer na answer no. Even obi so a follow up questions on that. So usually no say me brand answer question na wonya bo trick kire mu ye kwa kire se ne si be ya. So obi wo question bi kura na follow up question na ebetimi answer the question no. So now Mr. Dankwa in his decision can answer question in direct. So I was trying to let you know, say, Mama me bra chance. Now want me to train chiremu ye because if be na me a question on that. Obi so also a question or down one maybe on yama app because Satan is why am. In the background this say or a question and about app and send obusa no question. So what down one be the same question on so be busa e answer the question.
Okay.
But I'm say question no first one a cycle no na I think say doctor called down so no problem but I was trying to justify say and yes if you me interrupt live I wanted to do some
okay.
yeah that is
fine.
it.
Why? Although you
Thanks.
actually you Mona
Queen.
yes. Class
Queen
captain. Second class captain for
Juma. Aja Peter. I go no Peter for me.
Class captain wa how?
I go no Peter for me. No not you know. John Peter. Ada me tie ni nchiache no na mama bi che say owo nantwie na obosa ye nkukọ efra nantwie no. And I'll catch you and say, Nantuani Nkuko Muntumi Fra. This child to be a distance and not chair. Into me, I may pass a mishas, yes, and not chair no. When Yabutre money go here, me sight ho. So hot is saying, if I was any pabetina, Nkukon hina a bod and a baby and from a beboafa. I bet to my boa and see toa. Inti Ebusobi be all last super bibi biano near the canopenim dear first. Mama managers me no omo class omo go so sua ade omo wi on beba be exams.
But I was say bra kwa me usu go sua bio. Oh, even though what for managers, I was say usu nya knowledge about it.
Queen,
nya my enkwala.
Na ya be se be coffee no, ya boabo e ho akoku, ya gusu ano no. Wo de Makosiane say mra na fere niam esi na kwam enche beko
Hallelujah.
abrocha sitire no so amfa adwen a wodi be ba won so ana wache a ai enti jamike ni na ne say na nyame hye opa no platform ni na ma wodi chiache ni pa baso a ebinom de ye nu ye hu na sitire no ya nu sade ya nu ye hu say ya ga nu hu no because ya nya nim de foforo a betimi aboa ye de efi bia no ya sa betimi aka nti wo lie so a aha yesuya nim de ene ediko eja bita wo ya da kasa wo akire nya menhira o ade o ya me fe pa ni se wo pese wa bibi bia oni ni kasa obema o estimate kama de wa ho de beso no na wa ye se ne be ya wo ye nkoka kwan mu na ka se efi abayefo ayo nkuko da bi da enti sa na ade ne ti eja be kasa wo akire nya menhira pa wa
okay organic na me pacho o phone number no say commercial bet media to dwa na
me pacho
ai wo de fa to dwa na man fo mfa e bi obi mi advice
your friend say Queen na me medwen say enkofo na omo ama no ni no since our your platform no see the people so that enkofo a ebenya omo na ebia wankokasi obi take advantage of or no, so that because me know there your numbers are anyway. I understand some people may want my number, but I prefer say they should contact me through you. But if they still want it, why not? I can give it out. My number is
the why serious no beba beje wo me wonye sa.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. That's fine.
So that at least you'll be able to see the people.
Yes.
Sometimes not.
I prefer say if someone want or be contact you straight away.
Okay,
that no be better since say pacho yen ni sa.
Anas.
Me na to
me you wa homa ba ko afiso. Sa wote menka. And na ka ho amprenu. Me de ade bi ato platform no so menya no aye abapim.
Nra me ka to se me ma mo e ba network ni one te menka. Nna so na me network ni ye.
Pacho mo koka o back door why? Komo na mo class captain for me nu. Mo ko di go back door.
Wo yi ma fi so an.
David.
Mo ya de.
Nyame adumo na we.
Asa afi na yi kakra wo. Minti man na port is the one me my over 12 years until I me 2 man.
Oh, okay.
Inti mini muni ndi ebebere inti an me wase a me kire the all kind na me te bi kama. Yeah, me te bi kama na enu abi ba so say o ne port ne ben do na.
Ai, kin.
Na me nim the do ma no e ho ana. I don't know, ana ko do ma che. Because port farm your headquarters wo do na. Inti me nim the a o say me nim the I don't know.
Also, the
whole Ghana port headquarters in Doma. In the Abian, what we want Doma.
Any Doma, see any Doma, Chroma, say 3 hours drive to Doma. That's 17 years.
And Kankwanta. A bit more better one fee, a bit more better with Diaba. Meaning, important. Mr. Organic.
It's about 3 hours away from Doma.
Organic boss of Patrol, Nightman, what knowing? Wow, now kind of India
and me branch back over OT region.
And all can say now you need
a double crew.
Now double crew doma they say a bad one of more than so the continent. If say officer on your card aware.
Okay, until then, me see on contact him into your program.
Okay, into on contact na. Because all bank contact na obinya I be your thing can contact. Also a bay 1 hour drive.
Okay.
Yeah, one in a boy maybe an amateur media to Piano. Yeah, Mr. Organic Canada and no, my young man for 12 years. Maybe be our portrait farm from day 02. That bet you to connect with Portugal. Until the moon after one other man day and no one on the
You. Yeah, that's it.
But Miss Michelle, not obedient cinema biasi. But obey mamma pa. Dodo na ni say nkusia na port e kono to my no. Omo ni say no na de pan kono my koto binu.
kusiera isi organic boss bi an ko na to ko to no farm market no amanfo ni say no na ye de pine kokko no yeah but I think say ne o chiri nchire amanfo committee ni ye dia ye won kokko a omo tuta an kusia ma ye de pine kokko no ma ye kokko be nyeno se ni kusia na wo ko te fa ho na omo de pine kokko ma kokko no
Pine cocoa. Okay.
David. After me say no chiri they say me na man tin ye dia.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. Mona, on mute you one question. Waja wada o. Missing na me fantasy. Organic me boy me fantasy or question.
Okay.
The network ni me. Auntie.
Me da se pa.
Ah.
Nze mo nyina mo ho ye.
Yeah, we send run now be sa poultry question bi mwa.
Asemi no na woman organizer me se madwuma e wa hu. Ene kware ye ma mi chini ya nti ma so mbe wura fia na metimi aso.
Bisa no boss no net ho. Bisa no
na. Ame bisa ni nyina na woman say de se ma mi sa de na chese ma na me de do ma ba.
Woman organizer.
Ai wow sha.
Ai.
Enough me pa cho. Mi nua be me okọ sesi amahye na nen. Na oka bibi o kire adwene ma manage pa se. Ma beto mfimfini ti me bisa. Awokọ no sa anye ba bia na se obubobuo na odi si.
Nye ba bia.
Anti asase na te senso na utim se bia be poso. Ana be pona ya se ana se ehin fasa me ni abrese adwuma no so ka. Ayi no rubber na enra isu an na pa.
Ai. Okay. Boss, mpa chọchire nu mwa me.
Okay, nti ewa asase ho no, wo se bebi asase ni de bia no, ye se yempe asase no wo bebi ankofo ACC dan bebre a o ma betini mu.
Okay.
Tu se bemben ti se factory a o mu use bigger machines and heavy machines a ye ye dede.
Okay. Esi dede ni na stress kokon.
Abofra betimi to knock out. Ana obi betimi to knock out. Ama na disturb o best, ama na stampede si wo. O me bo o anu o baabi, o be kono na mo ana wu.
Ah, samo.
O de ma car car kese te se tipa track. Ma ne me fa wo akụkọ buo ho. Na hwe nkụkọ dodo o mewu. Ana se nkosia be pai wo mu so mo to a.
Wonderful.
Even chance a ye de bodan so anase wakasa watade mpo nkukọ no wodem no o de efa na ye fene say
ai huja
na hwe ni beti wo ubuo mu emwa no dede a wo mfa nya omu fo mofra bre mu emfa mekire omu e wo mu mpanyimfie
brem.
Okay.
Two.
No, we are sensitive, papa.
Very, very sensitive.
Hey,
nyama bebre mi to chima wa aboa nsu a onum unim na say nsuo no e bia ye spray chemical ana u spray no biochemically na unim na ko peja nozzle ne kakra na ko gu sa nsuo no na de momo
nyina
so enyama wo ho bebre a so eno eye baako enti yensi buo no wo bebi ankofo wo ana bebi nkofo content them no dede machines grader ye kwan grader ne ben wo dan akoko buo no ubekun mu asesi a ye to so ebien capacity bi mu wo hot se mmoa dodo a obenyen no bebi mu wo ho untime nya ye fan se opese onye mmoa be 200
okay
wasa sini she forest baby where can now okọ no obe dey accessing road say 200 ne pen na dey kwa kwasha ase wo e bia 150 ye di sua bia obetna ye wo fie a wo di sua na so dodo bi mu wo ho a oba be ye no ene ye friend profiling ye be hwe o modern bo e dia determine baby a wonkosi buo no e na dodo a wobetimi aye enti dodo ne bi wo de ko nwura mu baby a because dodo ne bi no ye be hia nipa ne be nkofo mienu anamiensa so mo ntine adwuma no ho because of security yembo fam no ho ban because e betimi akowia nipa ba ko wo ne se e be attack e bo we
enka mebi sa opa na wa wo de ama me de ameda ase
enti won se enu nti se ye selection na obia ne insem a yetimi di busa no na ye bekwa ko hwe place no nso ansa na ya ka kiro se ubetimi aye wa ha ebi o bekọ ho no na la na ye plane o ana la na da ho but obia ye feeling na ebe wo dan ana ebe wa sase na sa insuo na wa fixe rain gata no insuo ni fimu a ekọ ho asase so
beba wo ho
eba wo nchen enti ebia na obi akọ feeling na epeja ese insuo no ba na beta wo asase so se wo buo wo ho ebuo na akọ ye no be dan akọ asase no so won enti mese nimdie ehia wase ade we hu eye do accountity ni edwen se o me wasase wo ba bia metime de aye ebia baby a opese wo ye mpo e wo se ye hwe se at least asase na wato no wa register na
eno so ye
ebusia asase ana ebusia asase bi wo ho o ye na so otum pompe ne ese ba ba di asase no ne buo na wakọ invest be 50-60,000 o ye den ko tu as ye se ye sesa o de wuni pa o dan na ye ngi asase enti ebusia asase a ehun ntiye untimi nko ye poultry farm no wo so o ye nso ana o ye se o me ye bibi kakra bi se mi hu se bia e ba be pam ye ndi betimi asesa ma ade akọ wakosi bua e be carry be 5,000 beds e we ebusia asase so ochinechi na nipa na kasi hey fa ugo na menje masase ebi wo ho nso no ni etimi ba ho no se oni adamfo bi na aye adamfo no onti adwuma na ase e no ko friends abo bi ewa na ne bu efu oko fre adamfo bi se abo bi ewa na ne bu efu ai ba ne se na ewu ye wa ma na aduane ana onti adwuma na ase inti sometimes no eya ye pese ye ewu nipa no ye kire wo adwuma ni ekomu ansa na nipa no kra oni na abegine mu se mo ye partnership no ayonkofa no to betimi atwa because of ntoko betimi asiwo muntem because of business we mutimu ho asepa mudodo mo ho even partners okunu no yere betimi ayese adwuma we de ntawantawa beba mu
acha sa adwuma no ehia ba afofo ana
asa do phone be si so faare no come we program
adwin a ehia wo ho no ananimdie ehia wo ho would I say sources of knowledge na wo hia no doors nkakra ba yetimi build wo nipa ba ku
okay
be no se oti ase dia ma ne American sesi ade se ebia ye fan se otonkosua ebia wo production cost no oye nkosua no wo wefuo so a ebo na ewo ho no 40 Ghana ena wo cotton no 45 Ghana wa adwe ne se 5 cedis na onya ne na e profit but ebia na 40 Ghana no ebetimi ato feed na entimi nto edro entonsio 5 cedis na aka wo so no ontimi ntonsio mfim ontimi to enu mfim
na me pa cha wo nsio no so de ye no ne ntimi ma mo bi no
nyomo no nkuko 1000 omo anum kro omo be num sa blue gallons na ya mode mane ne ma fia mo na ne de ba no nkuko 1000 be num eno dakro
250 250 liters na
220 of water a day
220
1000 beds ebe num sa de no one day enti yes okwa akoye business no o baabi insio eni ho
ane okre
obede aye
se wana obekum we
ane oba discover koto mo na sa betu sika nego
women organizer in the question yo
oh yes Oh, yes.
Uya, Bekasa or back door.
Enti bebre na nim se meto akụkọ na enu anu no menye mmoa. Watu sika egu.
Aye.
Otom
What
kụkọ na.
about borehole water?
Obetumi ato borehole. But usually no. Was say ye de collab e ma ye test hwe se ye ni heavy metals bia wo mu ana. E na proje nso se mmoa ne betumi anom.
Ayi no kuro se de nipa betimi anom sa na mmoa no so. Wo se wo mutitimi no. Se nipa ntimi no ma mmoa no so wo mutimi no.
Mmoa so mu ntimi no.
Okay. Skooky Shehodi boss.
Oh, start small and they are your hubi. Start small.
Manager.
Now,
I'm saying boss who are you, Skooky?
No, me no boy, you want to meet you.
What it Tehodi? Okay. And yeah, organic me so wrap it up on my na.
Yeah. Obi bisa question ba me sure say me hu comment section ho.
Sir, what's he say?
Akwa kweku bisa question be say. At denting na yentumi use ifia ko convenye a whole poultry farm. Baba me say we hu.
Okay.
No so na ma yesi me bisa pa.
Okay.
Me pacho ifie nkukọ ye betimi dia ye poultry farm. But bisa ho se ifie akukọ ne potential no ana ne modembo ewo nkosua atuo mu no sen na obetimi atuo ama in a 365 day cycle. Akukọ wetimi local akukọ ana ye friend indigenous birds no. Watu ama wa enebe 15 eggs in a month. Watu ama wa enebe 15 eggs in a month. A bit me to 8. A bit me to 10. So to 10 now, which means 10 no in 12 months no wa 220. Okwa kofa commercial feeder aboarding aka say oko use commercial breed local bird na ubetimi ati sa feeding sika na and don't forget nkuko ni nyina ne omo enu no mbedi and you have to give say 0% nkosua ne badia, you have to give it a balanced diet. Na balanced diet ne boarding. But local bird no only special traits via obetimi aka say trait we na owonti say me de ne enyen ana eggs dodo amenya no ebeboa me. 2 shelf life say you store some nkosua na ana wo de to ho a me dodo a eteki a ebetimi apro no e wo say wo hwe disease resistance level no ema aboa no e wo say wo hwe. Enti nyama bebrebe but for local or indigenous birds no enye scalable won't mean cry no be 10,000 only to 10,000 ebo be mu na de ba beto. So you see it's not scalable. It is the reason we say
Bema
Anahema
akwenye
onfami o miniso
Akwara we se mo siro wo kasa so miniso.
Obi na wo so kasa.
Me wo so na me wa mi hu.
What
okay.
I'm so networking now.
Okay. Ohineba, organic. I will start to say thank you very much. Me, I'm follow that, and clearly I can see you are doing such a great job. Namisha party at my partners and I will see boy and in India or demon. My problem here, the question, Madam Blas, I remember question him out on many Japan. Dear Jenny said, me what problem kakra what the idea say local birds and the intimi and scaling no. Now my problem in you My problem is us. I repeat, my problem can never be you because you there and Ukraine senior and that one na welcome. But the problem is us. Me can say just any ayen tibi nyoye. Senior kwesi finding a way now or making sure that these birds, you know, abusia we ni eto no monto omukosua ni ehia no. Yen interesting we uko Kenya. They have one thing they call Kenyatta beds. On Kenyatta beds, you know, a local beds, you know, any fallen ones, you know, and we might find a way to intermarry them. Me find me them use our word, you know. And now they scale out to know, so right, local beds, you know, okay, say which is very true. They can cram it, you know, any system, you know, they can stand it more than the poultry. And so, if we take the time, like somebody like you are, Sabi, we need the Kosra, say maybe I will take it time, and Mlabana will take it time with the local beds. Now finding a way to intermarry them with the fallen ones and Mmano. Then you get the seed of Munkosiano. Then near Akoko Afro, no, as you know, say only a timid pie. No. Then we get enquire from a honwa a man. We can then get them as just the poultry now. I don't know if you are getting me. The main problem is that we may have to work hard on our own. Now that was naturally naturally. It is mimi say me person me yan me de no okoko ase adachi me ba ma be hu ni akoyi. Me kokoko ase me ja wo no mo edi interfere ni ade no mo titi kontom ni di na ma ye ba bi o hwa na pon makugu. Now I know say ni all scaling no say open mo nkusua no maybe obenya mo nkusua than me, but I won't be too bad. I will not be too bad by using the local base and understanding say one misika beswa obi to to create aduane no me to half at creator kura, right? And maybe because you are beswa maybe I will make money, and I think that is more natural and better than the poultry. Anyway, at the same time, me the American say thank you so much for your education, everything. Now that Roma me so good to you. You local ones. They na betima ya beboa. You betima journey to Kenya for no my Kenyatta no. Yeah. Look at the Kenyatta base na yenhwe kwan yemfa so a omutimi ya ne omanya omu local base ne tu nkosua mo no. Na kwasiko ko Holland for no 2 gate nim, na Italy for no 2 gate nim, na France for 2 gate nim. No man ko wo mpane ne sese edi kosua na ya meme ya edidi ya agro enwu a ya nya hoto. Yesra enwani.
Ye be ganata.
I say ganata. And yes, organic. And go for it. Now go for a wall. Go for a panny. Now, now the rest of the trasia. Ombe queer. Miss Snow. It's in the trass of pet. Aquame judge my first will be any judge. Miss Snow, I don't know I'm organic.
Organic, where they just oh boy, oh, yeah, my very they will try.
Me will look our farm. Me will look our farm. No, so I weigh about 4 kilos. If crowd was here, just 70 meant sorry, coffee. But me yan local, our farm. Me will conform to and so I won't change. The problem back where no one say a new scalable need to do now wait me a no. One say wow be enter wow be ka say o pese wo hwe ni hwane nkosua no. One e was say unya market nkofo me ton koko na efi won chen. Two twe competition na e wo ho. Nkofo dodo say na be ka kire o say o oye nkoko na mpa cho me ba beto won chen. Enti e bia menya nkoko ni sesi ana akoko force e wo market. Compete against me makoko na amaye no. Meanwhile, local bed there market. If you as a local bed no, am person me ton no. Say if you 100 cedis, and now 120 ah. Obi the bed about say if you me ton 60, me ton 70, me ton 50. Say na me ya sustain me there. It is sometimes competition wo ho. Your taste and preference as Ghanaians also comes into question. Obi no o ka kire ne say oh mo adjust mo I say local rice some time ago yento ngofo hu say ye tutututu niam mu no say na wa dua koso say hey local rice no ho koto wa koto a o mo me kire
Emi santi si mesi na mafa na why
Ka me bi sa asem ketewa bi.
ta o
Na ketewa bi wi ana wasime.
okay
Papa na asem na o kan ne say doctor ye be so say wo de ye. O ye sa search ne ma ye on. Me papa ekura ase. Na ye de poultry nkoko afra efie nkoko. Me bedru baabi no na ye kura ase nkoko nyina ya abrofo nkoko. So obeti de me kana se a. Na papa na asem o kan na ye kura ase nkoko nyina ye te se abrofo nkoko pepepe. Omo ti afra omo to so ye na omo kosu aso ye kama. Eti papa na asem na o kono. Ko ye search ne bra. Yes no. Yes woman organizer mesi ufo.
Organic. Organic.
yo
Organic. Near Tiani say. Yeah,
yeah
organic. Other Roman near Tiani say. Competition now, yenya. I just so sad the kind of country we live in. I sad organic. I sad the past organic. Nyakopo ama mumu ni MBSA. Then we are coming to talk about competition. Akuko force udi my yen. Because we are so weak. Say, you prefer sakosi koko be yen koko ukrum ha. Ashe fridge for 10 months. A besa a good sheep. A baby good and salary. The whole thing is chaos. Yet organic more young cocoa ho people intimate talk because force you never. Say over European market na. Akosi koko mpesa obi abebu ni nua kwase yentino. Omo the rules and regulations amema omo ho. Yawo akoko bi wo US, ema UK. Oh, I repeat. What is the name? Oh, Kabo Shekitibala Sakata. Mama Bala. Shekitibala Sakata. Pentecost for a guy. What it for? Akukobi war. US. Organic. Oma UK. US for ya. Omu trade problem. Omu when you na yesa akukono. Omu we know US is bibi no. But UK for them pene mane ha. Edientia. UK for say it's not safe. America for say it's okay. UK for say it's not safe. It's not safe because of a choir of Faso, Murezi, Akokono, and a choir of Faso, or more a young word, my Rico Fonso, Montpellier for them, America for you, Madia. Can you imagine, says Uncle Quim, sure say a coffos, no, a cockrabi, honey, yadi, rita free and sa. Yabubomu, a yina, and organic near Tiana say, we are so right. I know the competition is poor, and you can say Cabasa. Sanka, they are doing it for more and crying now, we are just as so many Yajmaniano. Organic, you can raise beds with 20,000 beds. Now, with this 20,000 beds, look at how many people you can employ. If Ghana is still importing chicken, whereby we have the chicken, I can't be importing 1,000. Yeah, complete. Get leaders. Yeah, you more, Kosiada, Joda, Malasakate, Shekate, Obodo Kotomala Sakataya, Alaba, Otitafu, Otonokuno, Otitafu, Otonokuno. Enti organic wa asam na wo kan de ani nyina pepepepe na mesra wo se wo de send ya me hwe me follow pa mesra wo de check the Ghanata no create something for us Ghanata time come ona be me Ghanata why
akwa kweku
Yeah,
akwa
them kakra.
kweku de o kan akwa kweku
ohene
me pa che de o kan ni ya pepe e was a sana e was a you know because me dada will say over fish farming, which is the aquaculture industry. There was so many tilapia species if we add that close abroad close to China and Yema Yediba Ghana at a point in the unim the 2013 I think Mahama bounded the import of tilapia and ya species your friend Akosomo breed. Into tilapia bebre na yedi wo Ghana no eye Ghana ankasa ana e breedi your friend Akosomo breed into the akwa kan ye betumi aye won kokoso say yetumi aye wo baby ye betumi aye won kokom manuesi
ye da na kasa na ye wrapping yempom.
And see, I just wanted to add up a bit.
Organic.
And see, as an organic praise, I cannot like. I do agree with most of the things now wakaning now. Me a geneticist, me a animal breeder. I just wanted to make a bit of correction. Say, on our local pig breeds, were locally developed chicken. Your friend no Aribru, but akwa say yen Ghana for nankasa. We prefer things that come from abroad. Idea like a drink bibri. Me a pig breeder. Into me research no, I research into local pig breeds no. Ashanti dwarf pig.
Friday you be pig ya be kan ye ho na ma ye more knowledge why.
You must. They be
Thursday,
but most times me were under the comment section. I don't even comment, but because of an area where me specializing in tina mafra bashiro to just educate. Say we have a locally developed chicken breed. Your friend Aribu. It was developed by the Animal Research Institute. The only challenge now kwakoye said the marketing of it. Me wa Ghana no na nkofoba ebefa nkukono. But the main challenge, ne say, no import it. We are into the importation. Into if we are able to develop policies surrounding, say, you bet me a ban importation of, even we can even start with the broiler chicken because we've been able to do it. If we've been able to do it, no, it's not difficult to develop our own local layer breeds as well. No, that's just what I wanted to add up. Say it's yes, and na kwakwa say if you're scientists or more Ghana, no, we are not doing enough. But honestly, we are doing a lot of work. It's just that the policies surrounding these things make it very difficult, and some of the attitudes of our own farmers. And I'm na kwakwa nya ayen ama ye farming no akwakwa nya etino yeah.
People watch our mammy for a council in your base. I'm informing Cassab, me koda, people watch out.
Mate. We are upon me for
about scientists, cano, no create rodo. Nemo no Cassab, say. Danke ye kase obi ye leader. Can ye chere say. Enkrofo ku obi a. Omotibi di enipa bi. Eko baabi omompeso omobeko. I repeat. You be a leader, ka good leader no. Onene enkrofo ku obi a. Omotimi di enipa ku obi eko baabi a ka omompeso omobeko. Now, yet omemu ko bobosia. Na bosia na ekoboye no. Regulations ni bini sanse hunu sem jinjan we say. Don't subsidize your farmers. Yet ho. Adan ya yakobo bosia wakosikoko ho. Akosikoko subsidize the farmers o man the farmers sika ye adwuma. No aye ne kakraka no otimi aton bia ma yenti yen yakoji sika no. Osema ye ma farmers sika. Yati we yase. Ya yale. Now, ni aminu abai kan ye nyina ne ne organic adwuma omu ye nyina ne ama omu bede nyina ye policies. And that is the painful truth. Because omaya yatimi ama kwan say and no one say in fact I want somebody to go and bring me the trade contract between we and the West. I'm telling you, you will cry. On that level. No, mudi bibia ya and was yekra. Etimesre organic aduma mu yeni nyina ya se moso munsu wo hobi. Munsu nka ban ne say doormat leadership no ya bre. Yes amasa. Opanyinu sesen ne ya bre. Sani akosikoko wo nyansa so wo hwe ne mane ne manana na dachi ne mane ne manana bedidi yie no sa na osiesu nyansa se ye hwe ye manana na ye protect ye de enti sa importation of bears and now scientists in can no kra et say ye counterban some of these things yentimi up fiti prekope upon say moja bayate ase but e was ye teso percentage ni ye teso ni mamu kwan organic mu kwan na mu raise bears no na ye gwi ya yankoko ese krofo ya yesa omukunkum ya you know organic omukunkum ya you know ese ehia me papa asasi so buy organic for so bia no edete ya ye mema no
edu organic anim ne nko
honestly eba no yen animal sector ne a bit challenging
ne kwa chire nti edu na anim ne nko ade obetu ho anamo
is a bit challenging eba ye animal research Cry, yenya sika.
Nadi.
Yes, sorry. Yenya
Mpacho
funding.
bebre
Yenya
class captain si
funding.
Yesu ama. Tie man se mi na
Okay.
hya ne nsoma me mesrew.
Hmm.
Yesu ama efiada ye
I think say
pics
yeah,
wa
water.
anti ye besrew se
Friday, Thursday,
yawada
and
yawada
Thursday.
Name.
Thursday.
Name.
Ye besre se class captain ye bu kotodwe se kwan wo ho pa de abomodin se wudi unim de ba beta ye chi.
Name.
Enti meba wudi emu na me ne wa kasa wo back door.
Name.
Enti hu mi anye bone. Why?
Name.
No problem.
Name.
Yes sir.
Name Pacho Jakana Midiati. Yesu be a mad bebia or man nechna.
Oh, yeah, kasa ya taka any dia sani ya beka no nti odi mpacho. Obi ayale da yale mpaso.
Yesu be a ma oh my
Obi
baby.
ayale da yale mpaso bi san se e say ni ba bi.
Oya ya wasi yempono. Oya ya wasi yempono. Yempono kwa bia.
But it's your munya. Make a foul fast here.
Oko kwa ngano kwa tie.
Mr. I'll wrap it up, mommy. Na yampon. Why? 1 minute.
Okay, I think now I was making a point about.
Me yan you video. O ma me so.
Debbie, I was a meko.
Oh man, I'm real some patch.
Awu gba nko pa bemre.
Me na me can say.
Class captain. Class captain, any you can say host you way no na me come rest see why?
Yes.
Inshallah, kobla.
Aha.
No phone.
TikTok you can see the any one no. Timo de amount waso.
Okay.
Me na me can say the challenging aspect in say buying animal aspect now. It's a bit challenging, even acquiring funding for research. And you can even go to animal research CCR. It's not as vibrant as it used to be because there's no money to support the research. But also the crop aspect now. Into make high time now your school now. Most people did not want to even major in animal science. Most people wanted to major in the crop science and soil sciences because and it's because in Africa you were arable lands. If anka competition no what to say, be at say the way we are able to farm the cash crops like the cocoa, any cashew numna. Anka if they had that arable lands outside now, anka competition beba, but they have major huge farms here, animal farms here. It's been a challenge. The importation has been the challenge of the animal industry. And as Akwa said, no, leaders who stand and obituary or comment section, let's say those who are supposed to implement these policies are the ones who are engaging in the importation. So how can you even in the first place, only more than competition? You can't compete those who are supposed to implement those policies, banning the importation. I was saying I'm happy that at least we are coming out as animal science people, as breeders, as farmers to speak out. And I think the more we speak out, the more ye kasa ni beku echiri. Na abua your industry so because it has a lot of prospects, for a lot of people and and make something out of it. But there are huge struggles. Rebecca said about the piggery when on Friday, because I went into pig farming after school and there are challenges.
On Thursday, please.
Thursday, okay, all right. I'll make time for that. Me de mekasa no see her and meda organic praise and trusting for all the for all the lessons. It's very expensive, sir. We do time ebema, free consultation. So I do really appreciate that very well. Thank you.
Now you are done.
You
Organic Pacho, me phone number na my friend. Why?
Me Pacho you.
Me bagan. I'll try and meet up with you.
Me Pacho you.
Okay, see you no one. That's
Organic wrap up na obi will be before organic back asano. Mr. Posh who will be bika ye guswa ye wrap up nti. Last word.
the mechanic we the aquaka ni no ano no ye betumi
Good.
betumi the researchers wo Ghana ye betumi aye bibia enya ye betranslate bia ye twa abrofo no kwa na so butu punu no me na ye dey fine and then ye two way ye fiber optics cable kra no wo hwe ye internet a abrofo hoda ye twi finance a problem ba no so mo baby ekosi obi atumi nya internet enti de akwaka ne de me frɛ ne so papa mo ma nya nyine so ya yempe ye ho nyema ne nye wo yekro mu a na ebe boai.
Anas, who will be bigger?
ɛno na akwa na me nua na ɔmode atoso no yeah nti yebetimi ayɛ hwɛ nje sɛ ntimi nyɛ especially yɛ na yɛnya kwana tukwan abɔ amano ne yɛ na ɛsɛ yɛde vin ne kɔ yɛkurum problem ni nyina so fa gyina yɛ ayɛ ha no so yɛbɛba bɛtena akasa nso kusi koda ne yɛ akora ɛda so ti nti sɛ yɛbɛtutu anamɔdɔ yɛduru sɛ yɛ ayɛ tutu anamɔ no yɛde vim ne yɛ ayɛ kɔnka yɛ nkurufo no Ghana ɛde saa yɛ ne de yɛbɛhu ne deɛ bebree yɛbɛhu deɛ ɛkɔ so kokoya yɛ kan yɛ nyina ni sɛ nkoya yɛ wɔ Ghana yɛ nyina ni sɛ kidney problem de ba akɔ so Ghana nyinaa yɛale hodo a yɛ bi wɔ Ghana nyinaa yɛ kokoya nso sɛ na ɔmo de kɔ enti yɛ bɛhu deɛ wɔ no yɛ na yɛ sɛ yɛ na bi de ɔte akura ase deɛ ankɔ school no yɛde saa ne deɛ wɔ na yɛde kɔboa na saa ne ma no nyinaa to twa politician de ɔmo ka ho bi nne ya dɔm ama ka sɛ yɛ import ko bi opɛ asi nanso dɔm ama ɔbɛtena kundwa so no deɛ ɔmo ne sika no ma ne tin bɛdi akundwa no sɛ nipa no kra nkokɔ the problem ni nyinaa hɔ na saa ne ma no efiri ba sɛ yɛanhwɛ saa ne ma no yɛ bi a yɛbɛkasa akyerɛ ne deɛ na yɛsua na ayɛ organic farmer bɛkyerɛ ne deɛ pa nanso deɛ ɛbɛyɛ a yɛbɛtumi de agye adwuma no yɛ politician foɔ no ɔmo dodoɔ na gyina ɔmo so ɛna deɛ mɛka atwa toɔ last for Poultry no say onya nkoko duru tama omoto a omo aduane die ye mo no economist te say nipa wo mbanchi we die ma menchem nikituwa bi na ade chia mafanka ya di aduane ya sha akodi na die wa mfa ama na the next 3 days kusi obeto ama no so oto 20 a obeto 10 obe 10 afisi because obo an economist e wo na aduane ho nti ono so beto kusi na ma economist enti en na me de betwa to Poultry side
That's it. Organic. Wrap up na. Final West. Why there? I'm say still. We side no. Ye main. We show comment session. Wha. Ye more than 2 hours. BM kan ho enti. What the any best set time. Ne ya en part 1 and 2 at the appropriate time enti. Queen beba win boss BM na ya sign wakasa. I want ne brand na ya ba part 2. Inte wrap up na ye fancy ha na eja ya je wo blache
okay me patron ne meka de twato ne se ejuma we no ebetimi aboa ye youth no especially your brothers and sisters na your university ewie anase your tertiary ni wie na your trot applications obi betimi fie be 6 years 7 years no onye ejuma nye ejuma mpo obekwa akonya no na sika ne nye the dachi be den eni na ohu a mema ne bebree anase ye mofra ne bebree no na frustration and depression na ewo mu nti na omode aye nsanom ebi na omode abuse substance because depression nipa ne depression levels na owo no ha no ono nso hwa we bia no ntimi nkowia nanso esa na tibia wenya anase tibia otim no oni bebi a oboa be fi aba ye mu binum enye se yawofo kakra bi a ye de soso ye mu ewo mra ye te hwe ye wo edwuma we mu mpo a me sure se by now no me mbetena ha enya sa nimdie we enkosua enne embekire enti epamacho pa sa ban na etie anase yawofo a mo bebi a mo kasamani etimi ede imputo ananse se ede nsakire bi de ban epamacho pi Mombo ase ebetimi ahye ejuma yikina ebetimi ama ejuma bebre aba ebema eduane ebu obia benyi sika at least ye youth no so no ebetimi have a promising future si ye ejuma we iye nti ye damu nyina ase meso me damu ase se mo host me yakopon hira mu nyina ejuma na amoye no me message to you no say ɛwɔ sika a ɛwɔ ma ebetumi areward o but depending on sɛ deɛ ɔbɛyɛ no nti wohia nimdeɛ beebi a ɔbɛnya nimdeɛ bia no kɔgye na fiefie nyansa kakra afa bata ho wobɛtu mpɔn bɛda mo ase
Yes, yeah, that's a pa, yeah, that was it. Wada agye yɛka sɛ yɛbɛtua ɔka yɛ ntimi gyina yɛayɛ wɔ platform yi so nyinaa na mu ka sɛ ahomakye wote sɛ information center anaasɛ akokɔ bi bɔ mu a na yɛ nimdeɛ no a wobɛkyɛɛ no na yɛ nyame asɛm no a wobɛkyɛɛ no ne mu nhyira ne mu ahoɔden ne yɛde ma wo yɛda wase sɛ wadom no o knowledge no wobɛkɔ so a mana agerminate asen sɛdeɛ yɛ germinate wei yɛda wase bebree mo a mo ba na mo